البث مباشر اعزف يناظر ونعيد بالليل من كل شي قادم الحين العود تجبر خواطر بتنسي واقع وباطل بعطيك الصافي بدون اماطل والبستحمل شيل ربعين بطلنا همي كنت بدنا همي تمشي الجواسيس مستعربين.
الله اكبر تفتح مخ تنور افكاري هي بمصباحي حنا نضاف راسنا خرائم نسرح فيك بطلعش اسراري بنسرح فيك بناخدك من جيبك نسرح للمحروق كرتيسك نسرح فيك بعين الحقيقة
نسرح فيك بعيون الحقيقة وعيونها وسخة غدارة عيون الهم بتسيل بتنزل دم تزبط معاها القطارة يوم الجد نزيد الخنزيرة والرش سواق الخرارة ترعد فوق ببالك بلاد صوتك لاش نكرلو كتصارة.
ناس بتزرع شوك احنا بنزرع موت شو المفروض نضل نصدر باسطور احنا حكاية اصل حدوتة بالخاوة احنا الحكاية استحنا نرص وكحش لطوبة.
What's everybody doing? Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host Anthony coming to you from the heart of America for the next couple of weeks as we are on vacation. Let me know if my camera's too dark. Let me know if everything's looking dark. There's no sunlight, there's no lights.
عزيز الدغري عالدرب منسير خط الجوال يضوي المخشي راسي البستان شارع الرسال خط جواز ماتوا كتير ونضل نستنى نلقى فتحت بالجدار متذكر مني والبنا نفسه اللي عمل بالدار اسمع.
Like the stream, everybody. Like the stream. God damn it, dude. I'm having cramps in my arms. I was at the gym earlier today, and I went to the gym earlier in the week, and my forearms, like right here, were like cramping and like spasming. Grabbed like a magnesium pill, ate a banana real quick, chugged some water. Hopefully it went away. Now it's coming back kind of. Damn. It's been a minute since I've like lifted weights and stuff. How's everybody doing? Welcome. It's okay in brightness. How's everybody doing? Let's go. We got this was a surprise stream. I was gonna stream today, most likely just gonna talk about Denims, react to some Denims videos, talking about her W against Ethan Klein. She made a really nice, funny little video that I wanted to react to with you guys. What's up with the live chat? Why is the live chat frozen? Live chat is frozen. Let me see. I don't know what's going on with my OBS chat box. Chat box seems to be completely frozen. I'll try something. Let's try something real quick. Okay. Seems very slow. We're just getting like one chat at a time. What's happening here? All right, I'm just going to try not to look at it. Sugar says, maybe I'm hungry, but that chicken do be looking good. No. Okay, I don't need to be here anymore. This doesn't need to be here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the focus is not on the looks. Of course, that's what people are going to say, right? You're being fat phobic. And look, if someone wants to interpret it that way, I can see how they can maybe interpret it that way. So it's not entirely shocking to me. I'm at a point where I just don't give a fuck. Let's be real. At this point, you want to make my country into being a joke? We'll talk. We're going to get to it. Just quick reminder, if you guys want to support the channel, feel free to become a member. We have a members goal of 600 members we're trying to get to. We're at 416 members currently. So if you want to support the channel, members get exclusive content. So consider supporting. Thinking of a fun live stream to do while I'm here. For y'all members, let me take a second to thank some of our lovely members. Lovely members that are in chat right now, like Jesse Jean Short, Polgarocha, 93. We got Hidden Iron. Thank you. Ingenious Baboon, how's it going? Kate from Canada, Briarleaf. Welcome, guys. If I missed someone. Some, how's it going? We got Marina in here. Hope you guys are doing good. And I'm sorry for the thumbnail, guys. I've been doing it. As you guys know, Nour is on vacation. So I am doing all the thumbnails. It's been the last 3 or 4 live streams. I'm handling the thumbnails. It looks fucked as hell. The top of her head is chopped off. There's nothing I could do about it, guys. This is the best I could do on Canva, on short notice. That's how it's going to be. Let me try to make this a bit more face-to-face. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Shimmy. Now, yeah, everybody's going to try to... So, yeah. So, members, thank you. Let me thank some more of our members. So, I'm excited to get into this. Yayu the Viewer, thank you for being a member. Strange Tamer 94, thank you for being a member. Food PNW. Lazy Lefty. Mike M18. Lesbian Event Horizon. Red Cherry 14. How about members like Marun Bouslayman, who's been a member for 4 months. NASA 258E. B-Ball 98-2. Hihalo Hayok. And Professor Prime 71. Diana Dalbani. And Jacques Lacan. Thanks so much for being members and supporting the channel. We love you. We appreciate you. This show cannot survive without our members or our patrons. So, your support is very vital and crucial. And we very much thank you and appreciate you. Whether you've been gifted a membership and have never paid for your membership, or you've been a member for months and months and months and have been paying every single month. We love you. We appreciate you. We see you. Thank you very much, guys. Genuinely, we cannot be doing this without you. You guys pay for the crew. You guys make sure we can keep the show going. Also, speaking of support, our lovely patrons like Ilian Mujabir, superhero patrons like Ezekiel B, A Rose for You, Bonnie Buns, blonde patrons like Rosarium, Kelly, and Haley Davis, and Falafel Brain, and abductee patrons like Sunshine Simpatico, Yip McYib, Refuzz, Ella, and Daphne. Thank you guys so much for being patrons. You guys also get the members content. You guys get that reposted onto Patreon, and you get exclusive videos such as Nour and Karine's fantasy board review. Thank you to our patrons. We love you very much. And just keep in mind, you don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to shoot in super chats to support the channel. Simply liking the video, subscribing to the channel is enough. We'll just, oops, look at that. Technical difficulties. But being a member and a patron does really help us out. So we will love you just a little bit more. But thank you so much. Okay. And if you guys want to, if you guys are into nerdy things like video games, Lego, etc., you could consider subscribing to Tino's Playroom, my second channel, where I'm going to be doing a haul video of stuff that I've acquired here. Let me shiza. Let me just share this, the link. Link is pinned on top or at the bottom of the live chat for the gaming channel. Consider subscribing. We have a lot of fun there. It's going to be kind of bare this month while I'm on vacation, but next month I have so many Lego sets to build. Got to finish Dark Souls 2. GTA is coming out eventually, so we're going to be having some fun there. Okay. I know why you guys are here. GWAM. As you guys know, just a few weeks ago, Brandon Buckingham. Here, I've talked about this like twice already, but just to give you guys the context that you need. So how long ago was this? June 16th. Yeah, so on June 16th. So yeah, that's a couple of weeks ago, at least at this point. Brandon Buckingham had put out this tweet, okay? He said, "My friends in Lebanon and Palestine believe Hassan Piker only talks about their conflict for personal gain. He has made millions speaking on their suffering whilst sitting in his ivory tower. It's time Hassan flies to Lebanon to help the people in need. I helped dozens of families with only $10,000. Imagine the difference he could make if he actually cared about the people dying in the Middle East. Boarded a flight and brought them aid himself. I did it. Why can't he? For years, he has morally grandstanded and acted like these people matter to him. His audience thinks he cares, but why won't he go to Lebanon and help? I know hundreds of families being bombed who desperately need money. Hassan, enough role playing. Take action. I can connect you with families in need in the South. Less than 1% of your money could save thousands of people's lives. Will you help them?" So obviously this was a troll. He was kind of trying to get some kind of reaction out of Hassan, trolling him, etc. Hassan responded in kind, being like, "Hey, where is it? It's right here. We have our disagreements, but I appreciated your coverage on Lebanon. Send me what orgs you're working with, and I'll gladly send money and even set up a fundraiser. I've worked with and fundraised for millions for ANERA, PCRF, Red Crescent, UNRWA, and Palestine." I also kind of got involved. I was like, hey, let me try to find that tweet. And breaking news: Brandon Buckingham actually watched my live stream covering this a few weeks ago and was left in an upset comment on the video, which he then deleted, being like, "Hey brother, you hurled a lot of insults at me, etc." Then he deleted his comment. So he did in fact watch that live stream, and let me try to see where that was. You guys are seeing my whole thing right here. So there it is. So I quote tweeted Brandon. I said, I'm in Lebanon and very much appreciate Hassan the Hunt's coverage of what's happening here. He has been a crucial voice in the last 2 years. I also do appreciate your Lebanon documentary Buckingham show, and I'm down to offer any help to raise more money for my country. And I don't remember what I said in that live stream that upset Brandon to want to leave that comment and then delete it. I only got to see like a notification that he had left a comment. I couldn't read the whole thing. The most I could read was like, hey, you heard a lot of insults at me, and then that's all I read. I'd be down to get in contact with him and to get a clarification of like, what is it that I said that upset you? I did acknowledge that I have my differences with Brandon Buckingham. He's a Sam Hyde fan. The first time I ever saw Brandon Buckingham was when he was covering Sam Hyde being banned from Creator Clash. So I made it very clear that I do not see eye to eye with this guy and that I have a lot of problems with his content, but I do appreciate his Lebanon content as well. And I'm willing to put my differences aside, just like Hassan, if there's anything that we could do to help raise money for Lebanon. If he was upset by something that I said, etc., I don't really, I don't think I said anything that fucked up. Anyways, he's done way worse shit in the past. So at this point, ship has sailed. And I don't even know if you ever did get in contact with Hassan, if you ever did end up sharing any organizations. I'm still down to help. Brandon, if you want to, reach out, I sent a DM on Twitter being like, hey, did you delete this comment? Like, feel free to like elaborate. I'd like to know what I said. So let's see what happens with that. So this was just a little bit of context. Okay. And then Hassan ended up responding and being like, they went back and forth. They were kind of nice. They kind of made peace. I think Brandon Buckingham was disarmed by, how kind of nice. Like here, for example, here's this tweet that Brandon had. Like, Hassan, I really appreciate you setting our differences aside for the betterment of the Lebanese people. I truly respect you responding how you did. I'd love to speak privately about planning a trip for us to provide humanitarian aid, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, he was kind of trying to be nice at the end. My problem here isn't with Brandon Buckingham. I'm not going to relitigate his old content or whatever the fuck. He tried to troll Hassan. Hassan sort of went at him with kindness. So Brandon kind of had to respond in kind and be like, okay, let's try to make something happen, etc., etc. Now, where does GWAM come into this? What does girl with a microphone have to do with the situation? Why is she involved? What happened? Well, first of all, Yeet had tweeted this. Piker tells Brandon Buckingham that he will donate and set up a fundraiser. We have our disagreements, but I appreciated your coverage on Lebanon. Send me what orgs you're working with. And she says, that's not what Brandon requested. Brandon didn't request for you to send money for organizations. Brandon requested that you specifically, get murdered. Did I close the other thing? Sorry, 1 second. There it is. Yeah, no. So that was already kind of obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? Like making Lebanon, because the H3 podcast has already done this with go to Gaza. Why doesn't Hassan go to Gaza? Hassan had expressed a willingness to go visit the people in Gaza, the people of Palestine, maybe do some coverage over there. But he smartly decided not to go because no one could guarantee his safety, especially in Gaza, where more than 250 journalists have been killed since the start of the genocide. Here in Lebanon, around 30 journalists have been killed since 2023. So he then decided not to go to Gaza, and then they've held that against him. And the H3 podcast and every single host, every single fan has used the go to Gaza thing to dunk on Hassan, making light of a genocide, making light of the fact that Israelis are purposefully targeting journalists in record number. And like, hey, why don't you want to go to Gaza? Why don't you want to go to Gaza? That was already a disgusting joke and line of thinking months ago when they were saying that. And now they're trying to do the same thing with Lebanon. Well, just go to Lebanon, go to Lebanon, go to Lebanon. Okay. I was already pissed and I called them out for telling Hassan to go to Gaza. As soon as they brought Lebanon up, honestly, the gloves went off. They can shut the fuck up when it comes to that. I don't give a shit if I sound offensive, if I'm being mean. GWAM, you shut the fuck up when you talk about my country at this point. Anyone from the H3 podcast who fucking talks about Lebanon in the wrong fucking way, I'm going to verbally fuck you up, essentially. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit about being nice. I don't give a shit about being polite. I don't give a shit about being woke or politically correct. You fucking make a joke about my country being ethnically cleansed and you want Hassan to go there because you know that he might get killed. Just go to Lebanon. Don't even fucking say Lebanon. Unless you're talking about Lebanon positively, GWAM, keep it out of your fucking mouth. That's why I keep saying, put the chicken back in the mouth. Don't fucking talk about my country anymore. Shut the fuck up. 4,000 people have died there since March. 12,000 people have been injured. Thousands of women, children, innocent men. So you shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Straight up. Okay, don't you love doing Banchan mukbangs? Put the chicken in the mouth and shut the fuck up. That was my take since the fucking day she made that fucking comment and she made that fucking tweet. Just like Ethan Klein says, they brought my kids into this, so I'm gonna fucking, he sued every single fucking person on the internet. You bring my fucking country into this, you fucking make a joke about ethnic cleansing, and you make light of the situation to score some fucking cheap political points against Hassan Piker, you can shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck how it sounds. I don't give a fuck if someone thinks I'm being fat phobic. Shut the fuck up. And you are a disgusting slob. You are a massive fucking slob. Don't fucking tell me that I'm calling you fat. Just look at yourself and how you fucking look in your car, shoving that food down your throat. That's a fucking slob. You're lazy. I don't even want to get into this, honestly. But no sympathy, nothing. I'm fucking done. Like, I'm fucking done joking around with these fucking Zionists. Okay? So that's not what Brandon requested. Yeah, well, I'm requesting you to shut the fuck up and eat the fried chicken. That's my request. Is that funny? Is it funny to you? I find that just as funny as your fucking jokes to go to Lebanon. That's not what Brandon requested. Well, what did he request? Please clarify. Clarify. What do you mean when you tell Hassan go to Lebanon? Why are you insisting he goes to Lebanon? Why is Hassan the only person capable of covering what's happening in Lebanon? Why does he need to be there on the ground? You know? And if you don't want, and if it's not dangerous, what's so exciting? What do you want with the whole fucking thing? So this was one of them. And then she had another tweet. If there's no state-sponsored five-star hotel, he ain't going. Again, now she's making Cuba jokes. She wants to make jokes at the expense of Cubans. She wants to make jokes at the expense of Palestinians. And now she's combining. We're merging now. We're merging the Cuban situation with Lebanon. Well, if there's no state-sponsored five-star hotel in Lebanon, he ain't going. Hilarious. You're so fucking funny. Hilarious. And by the way, here's what's happening in Lebanon. This was just from 3 hours ago. You know, just the situation in case people think the situation is all fun.
The end goal for the people.
Here's what's happening in southern Lebanon. This is where they want Hassan to go, essentially.
The end goal for the people of southern Lebanon is to return to their homes and rebuild. But this is what Israel is doing now, posting videos of its military blowing up neighborhoods. This time in the town of Bint Jbeil.
So they're still blowing up the south. There's a ceasefire, supposed ceasefire agreement. There's now a peace agreement signed with Lebanon where the Lebanese government has essentially allowed the Israeli army to occupy southern Lebanon until they're able to disarm Hezbollah. So now 20% of our landmass is occupied by the Israelis. They're fucking ethnically cleansing the whole area, destroying entire villages, razing them to the ground. There's at least 600,000 people that are incapable of returning to their homes because of this, while they still bomb the living shit out of the country. And we're making go to Lebanon jokes, and we call ourselves fucking liberals on the internet. Go fuck yourself. I'm not taking any fucking prisoners. We're not fucking joking around anymore. We're not dicking around. We're not fucking playing games. Is she going to respond and I can do another live stream? Fuck you. Fuck your response. Fuck Harley Morenstein. Fuck Ethan Klein. Fuck Ela Klein. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers, dude.
The soldiers have been doing this for months, wiping villages off the map, actions that rights groups say violate international law.
A 15-minute drive from where troops are blowing up homes, I am here in the village of Tibnin. The Israeli military doesn't allow us and the hundreds of thousands of people to enter the villages along the border. The occupied area makes up 6%.
So yeah, we're not allowed to enter our own villages in Lebanon. If we enter those villages, we're shot dead. Now, they claim that they want Hassan to go visit South Lebanon. They wanted to go to South Lebanon. I got some people on Twitter like, well, why don't you just go to your area where you're safe? It's like, bro, do you think Ethan and GWAM and Brandon Buckingham meant for Hassan to come to like the Christian areas of Lebanon that aren't getting bombed? That they want him in the south. They want him to film the destruction. They want him to be at risk of being fucking blown to bits because they want to prove that he's a fucking coward. Like, if he doesn't go, he's a fucking coward. He's a fake leftist. As if being a leftist means putting yourself in harm's way to make a difference. Hassan has been able to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars for Palestinians in the comfort of his own home. Why'd you want to send him to Gaza where he can get killed? Why'd you want to send him to Lebanon where he can get killed? 30 reporters have been killed in Lebanon. Friend of the show. We have our own friend, Christina Asi, who was a guest on our Lebanon fundraiser, who almost lost her life. She ended up losing a leg. Okay? She was a photojournalist. She almost got killed. Her partner, Hissam Abdallah, was killed that day. So I literally know people. We have viewers. Part of our community are Lebanese photojournalists that were targeted by the Israelis and almost killed. So yeah, no, Hassan should not come to South Lebanon to cover anything. while the Israelis are doing what they're doing, unless you want him to get killed. And if he doesn't want to come, why are you insisting? Why are you making it a joke? Why is Lebanon the butt of your fucking joke?
Percent of Lebanese territory.
From Tibnin, Hussein is able to see his hometown of Hadatha, just a few kilometers away, yet unreachable. From here, he watches and hears the explosions.
This is hard for anyone to bear. Watching your homes, your livelihoods destroyed, or your childhood memories gone.
Many villages look like this. More than 90,000 homes, according to a government survey, have been damaged or destroyed. The reconstruction bill is estimated at more than $1 billion, money people here don't have. There's also uncertainty because the Israeli attacks have not stopped.
People are only making minor repairs to make their homes livable, but they are worried the violence will escalate again.
60% of the...
No one's even fucking fixing their house. No one even dares fully fix their house because they know that the shit's gonna pop off again, and you can't fucking trust Israelis. But GWAM trusts them enough to not kill journalists. Just go to Lebanon, lol.
More than 1 million people displaced by Israeli attacks still have not returned. The government doesn't have the money to help rebuild, and the international community is making aid conditional on Hezbollah's disarmament, which the group is refusing to do. Those who have returned say they live in fear.
The children are always scared because of the sound of explosions. The whole house shakes.
Some say they have little choice. This is the second major conflict in 2 years. Then, like now, the Israeli army destroyed border villages and prevented reconstruction.
It's the most difficult thing to watch, seeing your village being erased. It's very sad. The international community must end this.
We grew up in those villages, and we will return, Hussein tells us. Zana Khudr, Al Jazeera, Tibnin, southern Lebanon.
This was shared today. The Lebanese Public School Teachers League is mourning Esperanza Nour Ansouh, principal of Salam Shimon Kindergarten School in Nabatiya Al-Faw'a, who was killed in an Israeli drone strike on her vehicle while returning from work. 3 others were killed in the attack: her mother, the family's foreign domestic worker, and a Syrian laborer. The league described Ansouh as a symbol of dedication and giving. So this teacher, who's she's the principal of a kindergarten in Lebanon. This kindergarten principal was just murdered by Israelis with 3 other people. This happened today. So let's not pretend that Lebanon is fucking safe. Let's not pretend that sending Hassan or telling Hassan to go to Lebanon has nothing to do with him being harmed, or if he refuses to go, calling him a pussy, using his refusal to go somewhere where he can get killed, using that to call him a fake leftist or a fake activist or a fucking pussy. But I'm not even here to defend Hassan. You have no right to use Lebanon as a fucking punchline. Keep it out of your fucking mouth. That's what I'm trying to say. Keep it out of your fucking mouth. It's a free country. You can say whatever the fuck you want to do, but there's going to be repercussions to what you fucking say, GWAM. You want to make jokes about my country? You want to make jokes about my country that is currently being ethnically cleansed, my country that is now 20% occupied by Israeli forces, and there's no end in sight to that occupation because the conditions to end the occupation are fucking impossible to complete, like the disarmament of Hezbollah. They refuse to be disarmed, and even if you want to disarm them by force, that is going to lead to civil war in my country. So none of that is worth making light of. Again, 4,000 people have died, 12,000 people have been injured. Hundreds of first responders have been murdered. Hundreds. We've watched countless videos on this channel of first responders filming themselves getting attacked by Israelis and by the IDF while performing rescuing operations, oftentimes in double taps. A priest has been killed in a double tap. Children. What do I need to say to describe Israel's atrocities? Okay, that will not be turned into a joke anymore. I am sorry. You can make fun of whatever the fuck you want. You can laugh about whatever the fuck you want. War zones, the risk of dying in a war zone, that is not a fucking joke. That is not a challenge you tell someone, hey, just go to Lebanon, go to Gaza. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Now, if I upset some people by what I said, hey, you want to get upset about it? I don't give a shit, frankly. Don't give a shit. This one, that's not what Brandon requested. That's the one that really fucking pisses me off. So then I invited GWAM. over to Lebanon. I'm like, come on over, come visit. Come film one of your mukbangs in South Lebanon under Israeli bombardment for a 10K donation to a charity of your choice. We don't have banchan, but I'll get you El Jawad chicken. Now, yeah, I forgot. Ethan Klein had posted, he had shared Brandon Buckingham's tweet on his Instagram, was like, Hassan, I will be the first to donate. He's like, I'm going to donate regardless. I'm going to donate $10,000, right? I don't have the tweet. I'm not going to look it up. He's like, I will donate $10,000 to Lebanon regardless, and then I'll donate another $10,000. So he made it conditional. That second $10,000 is only on the condition that Hassan goes to Lebanon. Why would Ethan withhold, if you can afford a $20,000 donation to help feed Lebanese people and help displaced Lebanese people, why are you withholding $10,000? Why is $10,000 of charity conditional? Why is it conditional? And the same kind of people that do that are like Sam Hyde. I remember when, what was it? When like Sam, who was it, dude? They were trying to get into like creator class. Like, well, if you're not letting us into creator class, don't you want this money for charity? Like you're rejecting money for, like, it's like, motherfucker, dude. Or like, what was it? God, I can't remember, dude. Oh, like, so when they had kicked off, I think when Creator Class 2 had kicked out Froggy Fresh for insulting Anissa, someone was like, I'll donate $100,000 or $20,000 to charity if you reinstate Froggy Fresh. And if you don't, I won't donate it. It's like, motherfucker, if you have the 50K to fucking donate, why are you making it conditional? Why are you making it conditional on like, if iDubbbz does this thing, then I'll help. Then I'll donate to cure cancer. It's like, what the fuck, motherfucker? So if Hassan agrees to go to Lebanon and to South Lebanon to show the amount of destruction that the IDF has wrought, then I'll donate another $10,000. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. You can shove that $10,000 up your fucking ass, motherfucker. So GWAM never answered, by the way. She did not respond to my invitation. But Harley did. Can I come too, Tony? And I quote tweeted that and I said 2-for-1 special. I said, of course you can come, 2-for-1 special. And then I said, this man denied that there's a genocide and famine in Gaza. And then he spent the next day trying to prove that he hasn't denied a famine in Gaza on his Twitter. Oh, by the way, I don't support any of that shit. Yeah. We have all your fucking tweets, man. We've seen you deny the hunger and the famine in Gaza over and over again and calling, well, it doesn't technically count as a genocide because the population has gone up for them. It's like, shut the fuck up. Both of you, shut the fuck up. You put the bacon in your mouth, so you can put the fried chicken in her mouth. Okay? That's what's going to happen with that. Oh, and this came up a couple days ago. Caseytron, like a year ago. So yeah, so Girl with a Microphone had tweeted this to Caseytron like a year ago. Dear Caseytron, now's a great time to look around and remember who gassed you up to keep fighting an unwinnable lawsuit, especially if they knew about your financial struggles. They gave you bad advice, girl. They are not your friends. Shut the fuck up and go eat some banchan. Sorry, 1 second. Can't move myself for some fucking reason. Okay, I can't move myself. That's okay. We don't need to watch this video anyways. Sorry, guys. Please keep in mind that I am streaming with old equipment. I'm streaming with a M1 MacBook Air while I'm here. It's driving me kind of insane. But so yeah, so Girl with a Microphone had tweeted this to Caseytron like a year ago. Dear Caseytron, now's a great time to look around and remember who gassed you up to keep fighting an unwinnable lawsuit, especially if they knew about your financial struggles. They gave you bad advice, girl. They are not your friends. Shut the fuck up and go eat some banchan. Just shut the fuck up and shove the fried chicken down your throat, lady. So Vayo shares that and says, so about that unwinnable lawsuit, let's fucking go. Vayo, by the way, I also met Vayo when I met Mike from PA. She was also there for that Korean barbecue. Very sweet person. Very great company. But yeah, GWAM, just shut the fuck up. Sorry, I'm going to make fried chicken jokes for GWAM forever, folks. She's not living down. She's never living down the banchan allegations. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Less words, more fried chicken. Let's see. Asmongold. Asmongold. Okay, so then yesterday, she put out this tweet, which was about like, I don't even understand what this is about like search results on Reddit. When you search, it's like, what a total normal organic top search result for Hassan on Reddit, huh? And by the way, every day she tweets about Hassan like nonstop. If you look for Hassan, I don't even understand what she's trying to say with this. Hassan subreddit, Hassan, like I don't even know what the fuck this means, guys. I genuinely don't even know what the fuck this means. The fact that he removed his snarks, is that what it is? So if you look at Taylor Swift, there's Taylor Swift snark. And if you look at Hassan Piker, there's no snark because he was able to get his snarks banned. Is that what it is? If you look up Asmongold, if you look up Ethan, I have no idea what this means. I don't even fucking understand what this tweet means. I just saw her tweeting about Hassan, obsessing about Hassan. So I was just like, okay, here's another fucking dumbass tweet. I just want to put this up. A picture of her eating fried chicken. That's what I want to do. You know what I mean? The implication is there. The implication of her being a fucking disgusting slob. That's my implication. Like, shut the fuck up. Just eat chicken. That's your specialty, right? That's your specialty. You go to her YouTube channel. You go to her live streams. First, root beer float. Members mukbang. She plays video games and she does mukbangs. That's your thing. Shoving food down your fucking throat and playing video games. Okay? That's it. You're not a political commentator. You have no business talking about politics. You have no business talking about my country. You have no business bringing up Lebanon, bringing up Hassan coming to Lebanon. You have no business doing it. You're a fucking H3 fangirl. Just fucking do that. So, in my opinion, focus. You know, focus on what you do best. Eating sandwiches in your car. Do that. Do that, okay? Here. That's your specialty, right? So I just want you to do what you're good at.
So, one of the where you could like choose the kind of pasta you wanted. Choose the.
She's with her partner here. Let's not. Let's get her alone. Thursday morning, dirty sodas. What's a dirty soda?
Oh, here. Sorry. What does that say? Live chat. Hi, friends. Real baseline, but I did get my favorite, which we'll talk about.
Okay, is the quality is just my internet shit, or is just her live stream shit quality right now? It could be my laptop. Oh, members live chat, huh? Yeah, it's her quality. Oh, shit.
Make sure. Fried chicken.
Yeah, of course there's fried chicken. Okay, so I post this photo, okay, of just her eating fried chicken. Don't say anything. I'm just fucking trolling her. At this point, honestly, she brought up Lebanon. She made a joke about Lebanon. I don't give a shit. Whatever she posts, I'm a fucking follower and fucking post a picture of her eating some kind of fucking food in her car. I don't give a shit. That is now my pastime. That is now my hobby. Fucking with this fucking idiot. Just messing with this fucking stupid idiot. That's it. So I just shared this fucking photo. I don't say anything. By the way, it ratioed the shit out of her. Look at that. Jesus Christ. So then she replies and says, oh my God, you're such a fucking loser. Then I quote tweet. Then I just reply and I say, go to Lebanon, Hassan. Shut the fuck up, slob. I'm doubling down, folks. I'm doubling down. I regret nothing. I have nothing to apologize for. If anyone from my audience is upset or is sensitive about this or thinks that by slob I'm making fun of fat people, that's not at all what I mean. Now she does so happen to be overweight. Like, I am calling someone that is overweight a slob, and I do see how that could be interpreted as fat phobia, or that like I'm making fun of her physical appearance or something. I completely understand that. I'm not an idiot. You know, I know how it sounds. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he's just saying slob because it's like close enough. He doesn't have to use the word fat. If I wanted to call her fat, I would have called her fat, but I don't fucking want to do that because I have people that I love in my life that are overweight or that have struggled with weight their whole lives. It's not something funny. It's not something to make fun of. If people are also, people are allowed to feel comfortable and be happy the way they are and comfortable in their own skin. If someone doesn't want to lose any weight, it's not my fucking job or prerogative or anything to say anything to anyone. So, but if someone is upset, if someone does feel that it is upsetting, I understand, and I'm very sorry if you're upset, and I do not mean to offend anyone, but I'm also not going to take anything back because this person is a fucking slob, is a fucking dumb racist slob as well. So, my opinion on that does not change. And I understand, again, very much understand that if, you know, if someone disagrees or like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have said that. Maybe like there's a different way. Don't bring that up. You can bring up this political thing. She said this thing that one time. Why don't you show, like, why don't you bring up this one tweet that she said this one racist thing one time? I don't give a fuck. I just want to fucking troll the living shit out of this person. I want to troll this person. This person is not worth a logical response. This person is not worth me taking the time to write a thoughtful response because this person made a joke that I did not appreciate at all. Treated an ethnic cleansing and a genocide extremely lightly, and has been doing so for the past 2 fucking years, and is so fucking obsessed with like Hassan Piker that they don't even know what they're saying anymore. They're making fun of an entire situation, of an entire fucking war, of an entire fucking genocide, because they don't like a fucking Twitch streamer. Then this person says, she's an evil Zionist, but we don't need to resort to insulting a woman's appearance and fat phobia, especially when there are far other actually valid critiques to be made. Very valid point here. I'm not here to criticize anyone that's criticizing me. Go for it. Thumbs up. I can see how this can be interpreted in a certain way. 100%. But I just said I'm not insulting her appearance, just her hobby. And that is true. That's what I'm kind of doing. Damn, dude, you fall into the point where you're snarking and Kate's replies, you really are the bottom of the barrel. Humiliating for him, my God. My God, so humiliating for him. And I reply by saying, you shill for the H3 pod. Nothing more humiliating than that. And she got ratioed again. Nice, lady. And then they kept going. Who else is here? Okay, we've got a bunch of responses, both for and against. But I mean, look, she's been ratioed twice already. Then she quote tweets. She quote tweets the photo. And this is where the accusations come. By the way, make sure to like the stream if you guys are watching live. Oh, we're doing fat phobia, Anthony? But appreciate her for calling me Anthony. No Millhouse here. That's pretty nice, you know? 1 point for that. Oh, we're doing fat phobia, Anthony. Yes, I'm fat and eat on camera. Those are your words, not mine. I said you're a slob. A slob means, what's the official like definition of slob? It's like a lazy, dirty person. Like someone unkempt. Slob definition. Not a slob is an informal, derogatory term for a person who is habitually messy, lazy, or has low standards of personal hygiene. I think it fits fucking perfectly. You look like a slob. You look like a slob. Oh, we're doing fat phobia, Anthony? Yes, I'm fat and eat on camera. You really got me there. The point I made is totally invalid just because I'm fat. What a salient and important argument you made. Whatever point you were making was irrelevant. I'm fucking with you because of the Lebanon joke. What you said here about the Reddit search results, I couldn't give less of a fuck about those Reddit search results. You never clarified your take on the go to Lebanon, Hassan. That's not what Brandon requested. You've never apologized for that shit. So from now on, I don't give a shit what you post. You could be posting about your favorite fucking amusement park. Doesn't fucking matter to me. This response is valid. Are you going to make fun of me for being gay next? Since this is apparently 2004, of course Kate would assume that an Arab man would be homophobic, right? Of course. Arab and homophobic? Why am I not surprised? She might not mean that. But again, she's making it all about like identity politics. No ground to stand on about like what she said. Why would he possibly be saying this? He did, you know, I did tag her and invite her, like, come over to Lebanon. She's seen that tweet. She knows what I'm talking about. She knows I'm upset about her Lebanon comments. And I've responded to every one of her tweets. So even here, she tweets. I even respond. And ratioed her again. 3 ratios in a row. Isn't that? I've never done that. I've been ratioed many times. I'm not like here to gloat. I've been ratioed so many times on Twitter. Anytime I beef with like Asmongold or Nerdrotic, I get ratioed to the fucking like a crater down the earth. 1 million likes to like my 12 likes. I've been there. But I've never ratioed someone 3 times. That's pretty fucking cool, I would say. So I just responded and said, shut the fuck up and stop making go to Lebanon jokes. Otherwise, keep the chicken in there. Again. I just wanted to know what this is about. Stop. And I would love to know. I would love to know if she ever fucking mentions Lebanon again. I would love to fucking know how she mentions Lebanon and in what context she mentions Lebanon. So, very excited to see if she ever brings it up. I have a feeling she might not. Or she might. And if she does, I'll be fucking watching. And I'll be responding. Kate, GWAM. Are you going to make fun of me for being gay next? That's all they have, right? That's all they have. You can't stand on fucking business. You can't defend what you said. You can't defend your go to Gaza jokes. You can't defend your go to Lebanon jokes. You can't defend shit. You got nothing to say. So it's all about identity politics. He's making fun of me because I'm fat and gay. I didn't make fun of you because you're fat. I'm making fun of you because you're nasty. Look at how you're fucking eating chicken in your car. Jesus fucking Christ, lady. Greasy fucking hands touching her whole fucking car. Just fucking watch a little bit.
I got mac and cheese, which looks really good, and potato salad, which looks interesting. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's because my camera's over there. The potato salad looks very wet. Better than I'm used to getting at Soul.
Let's get to the eating.
Cheese all through the bitch, as you can see. Look at that. Cheese all through the bitch. That's banger. Nice and sharp. Very, very good.
Oh, there we go. We got the chicken.
Hi, Beth. We are eating soul food from a place in Worcester, Massachusetts. This is Addie Lee's Soul Food. The chicken has like a reddish hue, so I was wondering if it was going to be spicy.
Jay Nada is saying it's fat phobic to automatically assume slob is fat. Now listen, look, I it's kind of funny because the only people that are calling her fat are like her supporters. Like, why are you calling her fat? Why are you calling? I'm calling her a fucking slob. You're all calling her fat. Why don't you stand by what you say? You know what you're trying to say. Just call her fat. They're dying for me to call her fat. Like, they just want me to call her fat. That's what the H3 fans want. Why are you calling her fat? I'm like, I'm not calling her fat. You are. You're calling her fat. Just say what you mean. Don't be a coward. Stand on business. So I don't get it. You want me to call her fat? Is that what you want me to do? I'm just calling her a slob. There are ways around being a slob. You don't have to be a slob. It's very easy to not be a slob. There's like 5 things she can do to automatically fix me calling her a slob. You could be a slob and weigh 100 pounds. I can be a fucking slob. If I fucking sat here looking like she does, slobbering with fucking fried chicken in front of you guys, shoving it down my throat, then touching my computer, touching my microphone, touching my fucking face, you know, slobbering, like making noises while I'm fucking eating in the car, crunching, like, listen to the crunch of the chicken. Chris sends $2 and says, you're against my Zionist opinions because you hate gay people. Yeah, I'm homophobic now, apparently. I'm fat phobic and homophobic, folks. Let's go. So, oh, we're doing fat phobia. Are you going to make fun of me for being gay next? No, I don't give a shit that you're gay. Bless you for being gay. What if you have a wife? Yeah, and bless your wife for enjoying those mukbangs. Well, what can I say? What can I say? So then I quote tweet her fat phobia tweet. And I say, think twice before making light of what my country is going through. You fucking slob. So I'm just doubling down. I'm not even afraid of, like, to me, if people think that the word slob is like a, dog whistle for fat, or I'm making fun of her for being fat, if I wanted to call her fat, I would fucking call her fat. I have no problem with that. Okay? I do have a problem with that because I think it's fucked up to call someone fat as an insult. So, but I'm saying, like, if I wanted to be fucked up, I would fucking go all out. Fuck it. Hey, let's fucking go. But that's not at all the plan. I love everybody. Some of my best, like, I don't even need to get there, to go there. Okay? If someone wants to put words in my mouth, if someone wants to interpret words in a way that is convenient to them, that fits their narrative, to paint me as a villain, guys, first of all, the H3 fans already think I'm a fucking freak. The H3 fans think I'm a fucking psycho who was cheering for the death of Israelis, right? So, like, to them, nothing I can ever say can redeem anything. Nothing can make me worse. I could spend the next fucking year volunteering in Tel Aviv, helping children. You made fun of Israelis running away from bombs once. So it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be the good guy here in the situation. I'm never gonna be the good guy. In fact, let me be the bad guy. I'll be Scarface. Remember Scarface? You need a bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Fuck it. I'll fucking do it. I don't give a shit. I'll say the thing that no one else wants to say. It's getting hot in here. And there's some really cool responses, actually. I should have, let me see. Let me see if there's, what other responses are here. Because I got a whole bunch of, EU Watson sends £5 and says money to encourage this behavior. Thank you so much. I don't know if people want more of this. I don't know, because I know people are going to be very sensitive, because I understand what I said was like, it's a sensitive issue, right? People don't want to touch this, because if you're insulting someone And I guess if they happen to be overweight, and if I'm saying something that maybe could be interpreted as like I'm making fun of someone's appearance, then it's so easy to paint me as a bad guy. But I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Like, I don't give a fuck. My country's being fucked in the ass right now. 20% of my landmass, of our landmass, is occupied by Israelis. 600,000 people are permanently displaced, cannot return to their villages. 4,000 people dead, 12,000 people injured. Israel is staying in my country for probably years to come, okay? 30 reporters, 30 journalists have been murdered in cold blood. Over 259 journalists have been murdered in cold blood in Gaza. Health workers, doctors, professors, teachers, university professors here in Lebanon. Universities have been blown up. Hospitals have been blown up. Don't fucking talk about my country. Don't fucking talk about my country, or you have something fucking coming to you. Verbally, of course. Verbally. It's just not, there's no more being nice with these fucking people. I'm not going to be fucking nice. They're not going to understand if I'm nice or if I'm polite, okay? They might understand if I fucking tell them to shut the fuck up and shove fried chicken in their fucking mouth. That's how they might fucking understand. It's not a fucking joke anymore. MKT says dark woke when you defend your nation. Yeah, we had the dark woke conversation, right? We even had the dark woke conversation with Brittany Simon. And I even said, there's certain times where I don't like dark woke, because dark woke, right? Like, for example, when like liberals or leftists use the term gay to like make fun of someone like Andrew Tate, even if like, yeah, technically that's funny. And I get why you're calling Andrew Tate gay, because like Andrew Tate, his whole image is based on being macho. So the term gay for Andrew Tate is like insulting. But like, we know if you're a liberal and if you're a leftist, maybe you don't mean it, but you're just using it because it annoys Andrew Tate and those kinds of people. But by still calling someone gay and using the term gay, aren't we just reinforcing that stereotype? And aren't we just, you know, participating in the negative? So I do understand the controversies about dark woke. And I kind of do. And I do agree with Brittany Simon in most cases that like, yeah, dark woke eventually makes us all the same, right? And I don't want to be the same as like a right winger or like a crazy Republican. But in this case, I'm just calling someone a slob. I'm just calling someone a slob. And if they want to interpret it as if I'm calling them fat, then that's between them and themselves. If her fans want to interpret that I'm calling her fat, then I'm sorry, they're the ones calling her fat. They're the ones calling her fat. Like, genuinely. The Undoxable says, you're a sick fuck for making me see this when I'm eating, Anthony. Chris, it's $2 super chat, and says, next time I'm on your show, you can't oppose me. I'm fat. Chris, I've told you, I love fat people. And you're not even fat, Chris. You're tall. You're big boned. Okay. I got this fucking guy. Oh, Millhouse, you shouldn't be mocking anyone for their looks. Your nickname is literally Millhouse, you fucking cartoon. As he looks like this. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm not here to make fun of people's looks. But just shut the fuck up. You want to talk about my looks? I'll talk about your looks. Little bitch boy. Anyways. So yeah, so I tweeted that. Let's look at some of the responses. Think twice before making light of my country is making light of what my country is going through. You fucking slob. Let's see what people are saying here. You live in America. Did she answer about your cordial invite to do a mukbang in Lebanon? I said I have a feeling she won't come. So fat phobia is okay when it's in retaliation. Got it. Said skinny people can be slobs. Are you calling her fat? You see, the only people calling her fat are her fans or her. I didn't fucking say it. And yeah, it is kind of funny when everyone else is like, well, are you calling her fat? She's not fat. I'm like, I didn't fucking say that. Being obtuse isn't cute. Posting a picture of her eating and then calling her a slob. Do you think people are stupid? Just own it, bro. Again, I understand how someone can interpret it that way. I'm not obtuse. I understand how it can be interpreted that way. But there are so many more reasons to call her a slob that it's pretty understandable. Look at how she's holding the chicken. Look at how she fucking eats in the car. Mukbangs. The whole point of mukbangs is eating grotesque amounts of food, copious amounts of food that no person genuinely needs to have. There was one tweet that was the fucking funniest thing. Oh my God. Someone told her, so you're making fun of her for like eating to survive. This is like, to me, and I'm sorry, like I'm kind of against mukbangs. And I think mukbangs are fucked up, especially in a country like America. Capitalism, overconsumption. People in the Middle East barely have anything to eat. People like the States support a country that was withholding food and water and electricity from a population. You're out there shoving an amount of food that is suitable for 10 people. You're eating it in a car for content. You're making weird fucking kink, fucking fetish content. I'm sorry. Like, it's fucking nasty. I'm sorry. And if that is offensive, what I'm saying, then I'm sorry. That is what I believe. like this overconsumption of food is part of capitalism. It is part of the problem. It is part of the system that we are trying to fight. So she's not just like having a meal, you know? Let's go. Are not all mukbangs huge amounts of food? If they're not, then my mistake. If a mukbang is just someone eating one meal, then that's okay. I thought it was just like people just like fucking eating a whole lot of food, like bringing a whole... The only mukbangs I've ever seen is like insane amounts of food, right? Where did she make light of it? Suggesting Hassan should do on-the-ground journalism isn't making light of what's happening. It is making light of what's happening, especially when you take the context into account of go to Gaza, the whole go to Gaza joke, the whole go to Gaza that became a meme, even the word genocide, even the like saying that, but there's a genocide going on in Gaza became a fucking joke to the H3 community. They think that we use the genocide as like a shield from any criticism, just like she's fucking using her weight and being gay as a shield against me. You're criticizing me. You're calling me fat and gay. Like, but lady, I didn't fucking say anything. I just said you're a fucking slob for shoving fried chicken down your throat in your fucking car and being a fucking uninformed idiot. That's what I'm fucking saying. Ingenious Baboon has been a member for 13 months. Ingenious Baboon, thank you so much for being a member and supporting us for so long. Says Asmon Gold is a slob. Makhas al-kirish illa zahle kirsha ajanab. Exactly. So Ingenious Baboon says Asmon Gold is the perfect example of a slob. Asmon Gold weighs less than I do, probably. Asmon Gold is a skinny little fucker, but he is a massive, disgusting slob. He is a disgusting slob. Okay, when I think of Asmon Gold, when I think of a slob, I think of a lazy person that doesn't take care of themselves, that is just like, look, they look like they're sitting in their own filth. They're lazy. They have bad takes as well. So, I don't know. I see someone eating massive amounts of fried chicken in their car, okay? To me, it's slob behavior. Slob behavior. Bonka says, as a fat person, keep getting her please and thank you. Slime him, Swiss him. Like all in the pedo troll cult, she plays the victim. And also apparently that's her being fat phobic not too long ago. So there was this tweet. Holy crap, Stat News is reporting that Eli Lilly and the FDA let one person access a powerful new weight loss drug through FDA's compassionate use program, which is reserved for people with serious and, I guess, immunodeficiency or something. And she says, Hassan pissing and shitting that it wasn't him, lol. I wouldn't know. I don't know if I would say that's super fat phobic, just because I think Hassan has mentioned that he's trying to get on this, whatever. There's some new kind of pill that he was saying that he wanted to get on. If this is fat phobic, then hey, I don't get upset by this stuff that much, Anna. You know? And Hassan's a big boy. He can take care of himself. Hassan's not going to be... By the way, shout out to Steph, a friend of the show. What does this person tell me? Wait. I saw someone calling me a cuck. Was it? All she did was call out Hassan, you pathetic, misogynistic cuck. Is it because I'm telling a lady to shut the fuck up and eat fried chicken? People are calling me a misogynist? How does that work? Then I tweet her tweet with another tweet. I felt like maybe, if they're feeling like that I'm being rude to them, or that I'm being too mean. I said, apologize or clarify your go to Lebanon remarks and I'll show you courtesy. Otherwise, fuck off. Explain. What did you mean when you said Hassan go to Lebanon? What do you mean? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. What's the joke? Why does he need to go to Lebanon? Why does he need to be there? Why does he need to go to the south? Why is the $10,000 donation from Ethan Klein conditional on Hassan coming to Lebanon? Why should Hassan go to Gaza? Why is it funny that he didn't go to Gaza? Why is he a coward for not going to Gaza? I would like to know. I want explanations for all of these things. What is the meaning of the go to Gaza meme? Why are you then asking him to go to Lebanon? I want to know. Can someone tell me? DG or Hui, holy shit. With the 5 gifted memberships. Mr. DG, thank you so much. We salute you, sir. We thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of these donos, folks. I'm not worthy. So I said, apologize or clarify your go to Lebanon remarks, and I'll show you some courtesy. Otherwise, you can fuck right off. Let me try to find some. Dude, I was having some really good arguments with people. I can't find them anymore. Let me try to see. Oh, is it here? I don't even know anymore, man. There were so many fucking tweets, like I couldn't keep up. Where did she make live? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we've already read these. Shut up about my country first. You big-nosed F-word. Nice. This guy's a fucking H3 fan? Or GWAM fan? What the fuck? Using the F-word? Okay, so let's see what responses we got here. What's wrong with go to Lebanon? The joke was that Hassan is under no threat. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I can't comprehend the mental gymnastics to be woke and a terrorist glazer. Okay, this person, I want to... I'm fine with implying genocidal terrorists should murder you while that is currently a real possibility, but I draw the line at fat jokes. Look at you. Look at you saving Lebanon with fat jokes and bloodlust for Jews. What a hero. Very, very nice. Bloodlust for Jews. Because apparently I want to see the Jews killed. Bro, fuck her. She pretends that stuff like personal attacks are a line too far, yet hangs and is paid by some of the biggest dealers and personal attacks. She uses this as a shield. You can't say mean things about me, but I'll laugh and cash checks from a guy who says nasty stuff. We got Hongo. Says, God bless Lebanon and the DNW crew. Fuck these pieces of shit. Also, you're great at Dark Souls. Stay safe and strong, comrade. This is the only person to ever tell me I'm great at Dark Souls. Thank you so much. You're the only person to tell me I'm good at Dark Souls. Thank you. That means a lot. Hongo, thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna find some of the arguments that I had with some people. Oh shit! Did I miss something? I missed something. Andrea, folks. Andrea Joan, a great Twitter follower, friend of the show, just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships, folks. Just blessed us with 5 gifted memberships. Holy shit, Andrea, we salute you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Andrea's fighting the good fight on Twitter, folks. Andrea, if you're having some trouble on Twitter, Andrea's right there, like backing you up. Andrea, thank you so much. And then I shared this after seeing people being like kind of offended, like, why are you talking about her being a slob? How can you call her a slob? Listen, this is what I said. I hope this makes sense for you guys. If you're going to make jokes about someone you don't like going to Lebanon to die, okay, again, the implication of, hey, just go to Lebanon, Hassan. She's making light of the disastrous situation here in Lebanon, the ethnic cleansing, and is using it to taunt Hassan to go to Lebanon. Go to Lebanon, and while the risk is fucking death, so it's okay to joke about that, right? It's okay to be like, why don't you go to Lebanon? Why don't you go to Lebanon? Meanwhile, Lebanon is a fucking war zone, and people are being ethnically cleansed and murdered by the thousands. Go to Lebanon. That's okay to say, apparently, according to this fucking idiot. But if I call someone a slob, who is by all means a fucking slob, as you can see in this fucking photo, I'm fucking unhinged, apparently. How dare I? Oh, no. I've offended people. I'm being offensive. I'm being mean. Are you fucking shitting me? So if you're going to make jokes about someone you don't like going to Lebanon to die, you should be able to handle someone calling you a slob, especially when you're objectively a slob, shoving fried chicken down your throat in a car for content with thumbnails like this. She made this thumbnail. She made this thumbnail. This is on her YouTube channel. This is how she chooses to present herself to the public. What the fuck am I going to call you other than a fucking slob? What do you look like here? What do you think this looks like? This is not me being fat phobic. This is me calling you a slob. If I had a thumbnail, grabbing shoving it down my fucking throat, what do you think I would look like? Would I be shocked if someone's like, hey, you look like a fucking slob in that picture? When you make content like that, kind of looks a bit nasty. Would I be shocked and offended? You are presenting yourself this way. This is your public image. This is the public image that you have chosen for yourself. You have a million choices of how you want to present yourself online, on social media. You have chosen this. This is what you have chosen to represent you. When people look up girl with a microphone on Google and they get pictures of you, they get pictures like this, of you shoving sandwiches and fried chicken down your throat. So don't be shocked if someone sees that over and over again and assumes that you're a fucking slob. Okay? You know how many people I've called slobs in my life? You know how many people I've called slobs in my life? Ex-housemates and flatmates that I had to clean up after? You know how many times that's fucking happened to me in my life? But now, all of a sudden, because you so happen to be overweight, and bless you. If you're happy like that, bless you. If you're upset and you're trying to lose the weight, then bless you. And I encourage you, whatever it is you choose to do, I support you. I am with you. I empathize or I support. Whatever it is you feel, I am with you. You feel sad, you want to lose the weight, let's go. You're happy, you want to gain more weight. I don't even want to think about the weight. I don't even want to talk about it. I support you and how you are, and I wish you the best and the best health. That's all I wish for you. However you choose to achieve that health is up to you. That is up to you. It's not up to me. But you're still a slob. Major slob. And I'm not using slob as a substitute for fat. I'm using it as a substitute for disgusting. Disgusting because of the way she's eating, all that stuff. Nothing about the way she looks. But if someone does interpret that and goes like, but it sounds fat phobic to me, I'm not going to fight you on that, especially if you're overweight. And if you've been hurled with insults like that in the past, and this is kind of hitting you the wrong way or rubbing you the wrong way, I completely understand. And I'm very fucking sorry. Anna, to me, my only excuse right now, my excuse is that I don't take no fucking prisoners anymore. My country's not a joke. Ethnic cleansing is not a joke. 20% of my country being invaded and occupied by a Zionist Israeli force is not a fucking joke. It's not funny to me. Joking about content creators going to a war zone to potentially die is not fucking funny, no matter who that content creator is. I would not tell Ethan, like, I did make fun of her, like, hey, why don't you come to Lebanon? I don't fucking mean it. And I said at the end of the live stream where I invited her to come, I'm like, I don't actually want you to come to Lebanon. I don't want Hassan to come to Lebanon. I would love to meet Hassan. You think I don't want to meet Hassan? Hang out with Hassan, invite him over to my shitty studio, have him on stream, have a good time? That would be great. I'd love to. I don't want him to come to Lebanon right now. I don't want him anywhere near the south. I don't want him anywhere near South Lebanon or the southern suburbs of Beirut while Israel is still doing what it's doing in Lebanon. I don't want to put Hassan in danger. I'm a huge fan of Hassan's. I'll try to meet him in the States one day, whatever the fuck. But for him to come to Lebanon, for what? What does he have to prove to you? To prove to fucking you? GWAM? Are you going anywhere to help anyone? Have you done anything to help anyone other than shove fried chicken down your fucking throat in your car? And do a fucking H3 after show? How are you helping people? What the fuck are you doing to help people? So Hassan, who's been to Cuba, at least he's not going to get killed in Cuba. But even when he went to Cuba, not good enough, right? It wasn't good enough when he went to Cuba. He's LARPing. He's wearing expensive glasses. He's wearing an expensive shirt. They wouldn't fucking let him hear the hat. He went to an expensive hotel. Look at his glasses. Look at his... What do you want? If the guy goes somewhere to help, he's performative, and he's a piece of shit, and he's distracting from the situation, and he's just doing it for clout, and he's fucking whatever the fuck. And if he doesn't go, oh, he's a coward and he's a pussy. You think if he had gone to Gaza, they would have given him the credit? You think if he comes to Lebanon, they would actually give him the fucking credit? They're going to find another reason to make fun of him. Oh, look, he went to Lebanon, but he went to an expensive hotel. He only spent 3 days in the south, then he spent 2 other days in a Christian area that's safe. What a fucking coward. Like, they want him to be underneath Israeli bombardments and to, like, have to run for his life for them to think that he actually did what they wanted him to do. That's what they want. They want him to be in the middle of the fucking shit. They want to see an Israeli tank behind the fucking guy. That's what they want. Oh, by the way, maybe I'm taking this a bit to the extreme. Maybe I'm taking this a little bit far. But a lot of IDF soldiers are fans of the H3 podcast. Because don't forget, every Israeli has to join the IDF, has to join the Israeli military. So every fucking Israeli that watches the H3 podcast knows who Hassan is, fucking hates Hassan. They know who I am. They fucking hate me, man. And they're in my country. Those fucking H3 Israeli fans that watch their fucking show are now in my country. And they have jets, and they have guns, and they have planes, and they have drones, and they can actually fucking do something to hurt me if they wanted to. They're not gonna want to because I'm too insignificant. But if I weren't insignificant, I swear to God, there are IDF soldiers who know who I am just for the fact that Ethan and Ela are famous in Israel. Even when Ela went to her Israel vacation a couple months ago, right? She was like, we had a lot of fans come up and say how much they love us. And they love the show, Ethan. So they fucking know. Their fans fucking know. They know their friend Millhouse. They know I'm your fucking neighbor. Ya khwita sharmuta. You motherfuckers. You know? So when they make these jokes, members of the IDF, and when I say they know who I am, I mean like 1% of them. They all know who Hassan is. Hassan at this point is probably one of the top 10 IDF Emmys because of how vocal he is against Israel and the IDF and their crimes. So It's not. It is 100%. It is 100% a risk for Hassan. It's even a guys. My family. Sometimes my family gets worried about me and how vocal I am against Israel on social media. And they're like, well, I mean, just be careful because you never know like what's gonna happen. Like you never know. Be careful. Like, are you sure you want to say this? Are you sure you want to keep talking about that? Are you sure you want to fucking say this? And I'm like, guys, I'm a fucking nobody on the internet. No one's gonna fucking come after me. But even I, sometimes I'm like, well, I mean, there's like this 1% in my head. I'm like, well, I mean, what if some really fucking crazy H3 fan really wants to prove his dedication to Ethan and Eli? He's like, well, what if I accidentally shoot the rocket in this man's area and silence Milhouse forever? Like, I'm like, what if there's one fucking Israeli freak that watches them who's like, you know what, he's gonna take it a little extra far. He's gonna fucking take the joke to the next level. Wouldn't Hila and Ethan find it funny if I was able to kill Milhouse? Or kill Hassan if he goes to Lebanon? Bro, I swear to God, there's at least one fucking freak in the IDF that thinks that way. There's at least one fucking maniac who's like, what if I can make Papa and Mama Ila Klein happy by killing Milhouse? You think some motherfucker hasn't thought that? Maybe I'm fucking crazy. At the very least, they've thought that of Hassan. They've definitely thought that of Hassan at the very least. You know, not me. I'm too small a target. I'm a small fish in a big pond. There's always a bigger fish. This guy says, you're in Lebanon and not dead. Why can't Hassan put mild neck in the game to do on the ground journalism? He has more resources than someone like Dylan Burns. Hell, let him sleep at your place. So I know this person, this is not a good faith comment. This is a dumbass fucking comment. Spain won 1-0. All right, interesting. I know this person wasn't being good faith. I'm like, just let me fucking answer this person because I was getting like I was trolling most people. I'm like, let me just give one serious answer here. So I'm like, I live in a Christian area in Lebanon, largely not targeted by Israel. Occasionally, sure, but the vast majority of the heavy-duty bombing is in the south and Beirut's southern suburbs. This is where they're asking Hassan to go, not to come chill with me in Junior. Okay, and then I clarify. I had another response, I think. Didn't I do a thread? The fuck? And then I said, what did I say? What is this? Oh, then I said, and Israel has murdered around 30 journalists in Lebanon since 2023. Hassan would be coming here as a journalist. No, hope this helps. Doesn't matter. Okay, so how about he just goes to you and documents the strikes? You literally just explained that he wouldn't be at risk. So then I'm like, why don't you just come since you're so interested? Okay, sure, you're going to pay for me and provide resources? Fucking idiots, dude. Fucking clowns. I'm arguing with fucking clowns. Okay, what else we got? Let's see. Dude, there were some people saying some fucking crazy shit. This is Woke 2.0. We can make fun of terrible people. GWAM is a complete slob, and it's not because she's fat. It's because she is careless, selfish, and doesn't give a fuck about people that she affects. Above all, she is a moral slob. Yeah, again, I don't even appreciate the word like fat. Like I don't even want to call people someone who's overweight. I don't even like the term fat. Like, you know, unless I'm casually talking like about like, you know, like someone that I know, just fucking with them or something. Like Chris, I'm kidding, Chris. Love you, Chris. Habib not Chris. I miss you, Chris. I genuinely miss you. When I come back, Chris, me, you, Elias, ahla ad. Ahla ad. Okay, this person, just call her fat, you pussy. You guys act like the moral arbiters, but tiptoe around what you really want to say. Motherfucker, you call her fat. You see? They're all dying to call her fat, and they're like projecting, like, why don't you just call her fat? Motherfucker, you want to call her fat. Okay, that's what you want. Just call her fat, you pussy. I'm not calling her fat. I'm not calling her fat. But can't type her shit on this laptop. I love these responses. That's kind of funny. Her Nick the Oreo. Millhouse engaging in fat phobia? Crazy. Okay, dude, there were some crazy responses though. I got to find, there was like someone that one of them was the funniest. Sorry, I got to fucking show you this guy. Where do I have these things saved? Do I even have them saved? Excuse me. No, I got to find them. Let me go to my replies. And then we will see. Oh, okay. I'll find them. 1 second. Here, come join me in my replies. There's some good ones in there. There's some good ones. I promise. So this person says, what's wrong with go to Lebanon? The joke was that Hassan is under no threat if he goes to Lebanon, not that Lebanon is a nuclear spot where if you walk outside, you die. Anthony, you can't be this dumb openly. Thanks for the fake concern. 4,000 people killed since March. 12,000 injured. The South is absolutely a nuclear spot where people are getting killed. Shut the fuck up. Dumb Yank. I ain't taking no shit. And to all my Yanks in the chat, I love the Yanks. Love my American audiences. I'm just being a fucking dick here. These fucking assholes. Okay, I gotta find these. Okay, so here's here. Oh my god, dude. So this person says she's an evil Zionist, but we don't need to resort to insulting a woman's appearance and fat phobia, especially when there are other valid critics to be made. Whatever. I said not insulting her appearance, just her hobby. And then someone responds, her hobby being needing food to survive. Her hobby being needing food to survive. So I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Are we saying that like we now need to do mukbang bonchons to survive? She doesn't need to do a fucking mukbang. We don't need to eat a whole fucking bucket of fried chicken to survive. That is just like, this is overconsumption. That is a whole other thing. You don't need all of that to survive. So I'm sorry, making it look like if I'm making fun of someone for doing mukbangs and eating giant amounts of fucking fried chicken in the car. She needs to survive. Her hobby being needing food to survive. What the fuck are we doing now? You think I'm making fun of someone for eating the bare minimum amount of food they need to survive, or for like doing a fucking crazy mukbang in their fucking car? I'm like, I'm sorry, no, lol, no one needs that much bonchon. And then, the mukbangs are part of this surviving? Like, are we fucking crazy now? Do we need all of this food to survive, folks? Am I crazy? I need a whole bucket of KFC just to survive. I'm sorry, she doesn't. And she wouldn't even fucking made that stupid statement. Like, she wouldn't even defend herself saying that. It's a fucking dumbass fan that is insisting on, like, defending her and simping for GWAM. It's like, bro, she even knows she's doing this for content. She doesn't need all of this. Half the bucket would be enough. A third of the bucket is enough. The full bucket is content. The full bucket is, like, gluttonous. It's making content, and I'm sorry, like, to me, this kind of food content is like weird fetish content. I don't know, to me, this is like weird fetish content, and you're like, I don't know who you're appealing to, and I don't know what weirdos watch this kind of content, honestly. Someone who watches someone just, like, eating like that and, like, gorging themselves on big amounts of food that are way more than a person needs. I'm not talking about like the health of like the person eating the food, but like why are people watching that? Why are people consuming that content? There is something weird about it. And to me, there is something weird. And like, look, I'm a live streamer. I fucking stream. I've done some fun, silly things on stream. I build Lego on stream. I've done some, maybe a couple of strange things. To me, there's something like that robs you of your dignity a little bit when you're like eating for the camera. It's not I'm not talking about like doing like a food review from time to time, trying a meal, reviewing a pizza, eating a meal while you're streaming because you're hungry and you need the fucking calories to survive. But when you're like making this, like fucking, you're just sitting there consuming food. This is some weird fetish shit, yo. And the people that are sitting there and watching that stuff, I think that's weird as well. I think that is weird, and I find it like there's a lack of dignity in that. I'm sorry. Don't be offended by that, but I think there's a lack of dignity. Be like, well, I'm just going to put a camera and have people watch me just shove this food down my throat. And like, that's what I'm going to do for entertainment. Like, just watch me eat. Like, it's like, to me, people that stream themselves sleeping. It's like, what are we doing here? I don't know. Haley says, I'm sorry, but Nick Cicado was fucking hilarious, ironically. See, I've never watched Nick Cicado. I mean, but look, To counteract this point, I do watch Beard Meats Food, the guy who does the food challenges, but I watch like it's like competitive eating. He's trying to eat like a massive amount of food. Maybe I'm the same fucking freak though. Maybe I'm fucking weird. Like I don't sit and watch someone eat massive amounts of food for like 3 hours, but I've watched Beard Meats Food when he tries to like down like the world's biggest burger in like under an hour to try to beat a food challenge. But the dude is a competitive eater. He doesn't do it every day. He's also a bodybuilder on the side. So it's a healthier way of doing it in a way, because he is also taking into account that he's consuming massive amounts of calories. So he then trains. But I do watch Beard Meats Food. And if that's the same thing, then that's the same thing. Then I'm also a fucking freak. Just being completely honest with you fuckers. But like, I've never sat there and watched someone sit there with a fucking table full of fried chicken and spend like 3 hours, like till they complete all the food, you know? Anyways, that's irrelevant. Big Al Cake Mix says Nikocado was performance art. It is. Nikocado, and the whole thing, I mean, what it was like, he trolled us all, and the whole thing, he filmed videos in advance and he lost weight and he was still publishing videos. That was kind of art in a way. Marina with a $5 donut. Thank you so much, Marina. That's way too kind. Says you can search origin of mukbangs. It's a Korean term meaning filming, eating. It's originally done for people who live alone to not feel lonely. Oh, that's so sad. Now you're making me feel bad for these people. Marina, thank you so much for the dono. So, but yeah, she needs to eat the food to survive. She needs 6 buckets of banchan to survive. I'm sorry, she does not need the 6 buckets of banchan to survive, my man. The banchan, the quantity is a choice. Let's see. Fat phobia. That's right, we're doing fat phobia. Okay, this person, yeah, this person. So I said, shut the fuck up and stop making go to Lebanon jokes. Otherwise, keep the chicken in there. T4 Barnouche. I'm going to call them just T4. You responded to a post regarding search results in Reddit by saying her opinion was invalid because she's fat. Okay, first of all, again, they can't stop calling her fat. H3 fans and GWAM fans cannot stop calling her fat. That's the funny thing. They're the ones, it's like the 4th person calling her fat. You responded to a post regarding search results in Reddit by saying her opinion was invalid because she's fat. Nothing of what you have said is remotely relevant to what you're supposedly angry about. All you did was seem like a psycho troll. Congratulations, I guess. I said, ever since she brought up Lebanon, I couldn't give less of a fuck. She wants to make snarky jokes about my country while Israel ethnically cleanses it. Fuck off, the lot of you. T4 then says, how does that remotely change anything of what I just said? Also, that's rich coming from you when there's actual footage of you laughing at Israelis running away from a bomb threat. There we go. Here it is. Of course, always. If I make fun of like Nerdrotic, I'm like, didn't you make fun of Israelis running for their lives? I'm like, oh, mother. Here we go again. Here we go again. Always. So, and honestly, I'm fucking doubling down on that too now. I don't give a fucking shit. I'm not even going to apologize for that anymore. I said, lol, oh no, I don't feel sympathy for a psychopathic society that is murdering my people daily and occupying 20% of my land. I'm so unhinged. So, folks, remember the time where I laughed at Israelis running for... By the way, it was footage from an Iranian drone attack where not a single Israeli person died. Not a single Israeli person died that night. And I think the footage ended up being from like a football game or whatever. But anyways, it was people running and scared and screaming in Israel. No one had died that night. And yes, I laughed. I laughed at those fuckers running away, running in fear. You know why? Because that's what they did for 2 years to people in Palestine. That's what they're doing right now to people in Lebanon. And they got the tiniest little taste. They got the tiniest little taste of what that feels like. To fear for your fucking life. To watch loved ones fucking die in front of you. I know they had October the 7th. That's the mass bombings and the mass fucking panic and having to evacuate your home at the last second. This is a tiny, small fucking taste of what they've inflicted upon the world. When Iran was bombing Israel, every single fucking person on the planet was fucking cheering that shit on. Twitter was a fucking party when Iran was bombing Israel. I fucking remember, okay? No one was calling them anti-Semitic. People focus on the Arab dude. He's fucking crazy. He's unhinged. It was a fucking party, man, when Iran was doing it. Chris with another $2 donation. Chris, that's true. You're being so too kind, yeah, Chris. What? It says Twitter is basically the man, boy, and donkey online. Twitter is a clusterfuck. Twitter's a clusterfuck. Janetti Sketty, who's been a member for 17 months. Janetti, that is way too kind. 17 months of support on this channel. That is fucking insane. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Says, ignore the trolls. They get off on gaslighting and wasting your time. Numfo says there are people in Israel who literally have IDF watch parties. Oh, I know. They set up tables and lawn chairs to watch what's happening in Gaza. There were Gaza boat tours. There were Gaza boat tours that took Israelis around the water to show them Gaza at night. We watched all of these fucking videos on stream for 2 fucking years. We've covered all of that incessantly. Israelis are fucking psychotic. I'm sorry. Again, I've listed this time and time again. The music that trends on their Billboard chart was anti-Palestinian, pro fucking war music that was calling Palestinians rats and calling them the people of Amalek, and you need to get out of your holes, rats, we're going to kill all of you. They were spinning on them. That was the #1 charting song in fucking Israel. Can you imagine if we had songs like that charting #1 in Lebanon? We have like shitty American pop music charting #1. They're listening to fucking music about wanting to murder Palestinians. They have social media trends of Israelis making fun of Palestinians and Palestinian kids and Palestinian moms as they're hiding from bombs in their home. That's what trends on their social media. They put like makeup on their face, all busted. They make themselves look dirty, messed up fucking teeth, and pretend to be Palestinians. Like, ooh. That's what they fucking do. It's a sick fucking society. And they say, but oh, it's Netanyahu's government. The other person running against Netanyahu is 95% Netanyahu. Everyone in Israel thinks that it should be a Jewish majority ethno-state. No one's going to change that. So I think all of Israel is kind of a fucked country with a fucking deeply sick society. And if they can ever get better, it is going to take decades upon decades upon decades. So fuck them. Yeah, it was fucking funny watching them being fucking afraid for 10 minutes. And then they went back to their fucking lives with their fucking Iron Dome and their fucking shelters where nothing fucking happens to them. How many Palestinians die every day? How many Lebanese people are dying every day versus how many Israelis are getting killed? Do the math, fuckers. Idiots. You cheered for the death of civilians. You are genuinely no different than the warmongering Israelis you hate so much. Idiot. No one fucking died. It was just cathartic watching them get a tiny taste of their own medicine and trauma that they have inflicted daily on others. Try again, bitch. And if you're a lady, sorry for using the B word, it's meant for a man. There you look. I'm so fucking polite. I'm so fucking polite to these people. I've seen and heard the way you spoke about AB's mother. Trust me when I say that you're calling people bitches on X isn't what made me think you were a misogynist. And this is, by the way, I was right here in America when I was reacting to some kind of AB video, said kiss a mug or something. Then I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Why the fuck did I say that? I was like, I'm sorry. It doesn't count. Someone just clipped the part where I said kiss a mug and they posted it on Twitter or Reddit, and then AB was like, he insulted my mother, and he said this. It's like, motherfucker. In Lebanon, people, and I think AB did recognize, like, he probably just meant it as like, fuck you, and I think AB did say that. He did, I think, yeah. But like, that's what people say in Lebanon. We say kasimak, we say kasichtak. Yes, it does involve your mom or your sister, but like, I'm just basically telling you, fuck you. But that's how we curse in Lebanon, okay? We say kasimak or kasichtak. And I immediately took it back, and I immediately was like, hey, whoa, sorry. Like, why did I even mention AB's mom? I'm sorry. I hope she's good. I hope she's safe, etc., etc. So he's bringing that up. You remember when you told AB's mom? Blah, blah, blah. Fucking idiot, man. Teaching me how to speak Arabic. Teaching me the context of an Arabic curse word. I said, idiot. Even AB understands that kiss immak is a common insult in Lebanon, and I clarified it 2 seconds later and apologized, and he knows what I meant, but please tell me how to speak Arabic. So like, yeah, almost like what you just did here. He's so fucking stupid. And I'm like, yeah, and if you're a lady, sorry for using the B word, it's meant for a man. So I don't even understand what this person's trying to say here. But yeah, some of the arguments that I was having. Let's see, who else did I argue with? This fucking dumbass. Yeah, her hobby needing food to survive. Oh, Derby. So all it's needed to show you you're a true piece of shit side is a joke. Such a good person. I said, we don't make jokes about ethnic cleansing, you simpleton. And yeah, that's it. That's all the debates. And yesterday, Yeet, like Ethan Klein spotted participating in the WSOP, some kind of poker tournament. I just said, you're daddy. I want to fuck with that fucking idiot too, man. Fucking Yeet. Such a dumbass. What is he, like 13 years old? Loves daddy Ethan Klein. such a fucking ass licker. Like, it's so fucking pathetic, dude. Pick up your fucking tongue from the floor. Let's see, what do we got now? Any new replies? Dude, people fucking hate GWAM, dude. I'm shocked, man. Like, she's on the H, like, think of this, okay? She's on the H3 podcast, a channel with over 2.5 million subscribers. She has a show with like 100,000. If you get 100,000 views, my show gets like 2,000 views, 5,000 views per stream. It really depends, you know, between 1,000 to like 6,000 views per stream consistently. That's what I'm kind of getting. She's getting like 100, you know, between 70,000 to like 100,000 views per stream on her show. How was she ratioed so many fucking times? Sorry, let me open up my dude. One second. So they're not letting me access my DMs real quick. Oh, she's still tweeting. So now she's tweeting about all the other shit she's completely ignored. So she called me. She accused me of being fatphobic and homophobic. Now she's out there tweeting about other shit. Not believing a woman because the guy she accuses hates Israel still. Yeah, she's literally nothing. So she just accused me of being homophobic and fatphobic and just dips out. Just dipped out. Look at that. Now she's tweeting about like other shit, you know? Go for it. Sorry, let me just see. Someone was oh, here's our girl, Andrea. Andrea Jones says, girl, shut up. Don't try and make it seem like he's saying anything about your weight. You have been nothing but incredibly racist and disrespectful for months now. You don't get to use your weight or your sexuality as a shield for your despicable behavior. Do better. Yeah, that's literally my thumbnail on my video. Not sure what you guys think is going to happen, is going to upset me about the image that I chose myself. It's just proof that you're a fucking slob and you're happy to be a slob and you're presenting yourself as a fucking slob. That's what's happening here. That's it. Okay, so so the archive kid tells her, damn, you really let him ratio you 3 times. Ratio you 3 times. Look at that. Oh, we're doing fat phobia. Girl, you grab every opportunity to be any type of phobic towards people you don't like. You fat shamed others left and right, front and center without any issues. Yet when someone treats you with the same energy you treat them, it becomes an issue. You know, when you make jokes at the expense of someone's people who are being ethnically cleansed from their land, you actually lose all ability to be upset when they attack you. You're asking a Lebanese person to not be mad you make his country the butt of jokes. All bets are off. Honestly, exactly. Like she took this so much further. She took this so much further by being like, just go to Lebanon, go to Lebanon, go to Lebanon. Hey, Hassan, go to Lebanon. That's it. Honestly, I'm being fucking nice to you. I am being fucking nice. This is me with the gloves on. The gloves are very firmly fucking on right now. I think I said gloves off at the beginning. I can be so much fucking worse. I could be so much fucking worse. I could incessantly like just like Ethan does with Hassan. I could fucking obsess over this shit and fucking make 10 live streams a day and just fucking call you a slob every single day and literally post a picture of you eating fried chicken every single time you fucking tweet anything. And I could be a hemorrhoid up your fucking asshole. I could be so much more fucking obnoxious about this. So much more fucking obnoxious about this. Believe me. But when you defend a liberal Zionist for 2 fucking years, and when you make fun of activists and pro-Palestine creators and start discrediting them and joining in on harassment campaigns. But yeah, so what I was going to say, though, the fact that she has 100,000 viewers on her show, how am I able to ratio her? Like, does no one fucking like this person? How am I able to ratio someone who is on the H3 podcast? Like, how little juice does this show have anymore? How little juice does this after show have? How does someone that gets 100,000 views per video gets fucking ratioed by me, a guy with 130 viewers right now? How does that fucking happen? What does that tell you about your fan base and your audience that does not give a shit about you? How am I able to galvanize more people than you are against me when you have a much bigger following? You have a much louder microphone. So I don't understand. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. Just like, pff, no sympathy, no regrets. You're a slob. You're disgusting. Keep my country out of your fucking mouth. Genuinely. Unless you want to wish my people well, unless you want to try to raise some funds for Lebanon, unless you want to, I don't know, try to highlight someone that was murdered by the IDF, you want to do something nice, you can talk about Lebanon. Otherwise, you shut the fuck up. You and your fucking co-host, you shut the fuck up about Lebanon. How about that? Don't fucking talk about us anymore. Don't talk about my country. Unless you want to say something accurate, you want to talk about the horrors that are happening there. You want to highlight Israeli crimes, IDF crimes, raise some money. Ahla wa sahla, talk about Lebanon. Fucking invite me on to your after show and let's raise money together. I'm kidding. This is not me trying to get on the fucking after show. I'd rather fucking cut off my left nut and eat it in a mukbang. But no, we're not doing that. But yeah, I do want to watch. I know Chris Kunzler had to talk about this, and I want to see poor Chris having to maneuver this fucking topic. This clusterfuck of a topic. Sweet little Chris, and I don't mean little as in like small. I mean like little, like he's just adorable. Like I love Chris. Like how did he have to maneuver this? I'm so fucking sorry. I think someone brought this up to him in chat, and he like had to address this. And again, I know what it sounds like, right? I don't want people to accuse, like if Chris defends what I'm saying, right? People might accuse him like he's being fat phobic. Why are you defending him for saying something fat phobic? And if Chris Kunzler like defends GWAM, like why are you defending GWAM? Anthony's in a war zone, etc. So it's like a lose-lose situation right now for Chris. So I don't want anyone to have to defend me, by the way. I don't want anyone to have to stand for me. I know what I'm saying. Fuck it. I embrace what I said. I embrace my role in the situation. So I felt so bad that Chris had to talk about this. So I like hopped on his stream and like gifted a few subs. Like I'm sorry, you have to deal with this right now. But let's see what Chris had to say.
People who hate Israel end up hating America. And I've seen that, you know, when they do these...
God, them trying to cook up new propaganda is so fucking lame. The whole Soviet...
By the way, shout out to friend of the show, Chris Kunzler, who, by the way, just launched a second channel, an essay video channel, which gave me a good idea, by the way. Like, if I ever want to do video essays, I think I would need to create a new channel because my channel at this point is just live streams and clips. I think if I were to post a video essay, people might just assume it was a clip, so it might not perform well. So if I ever do want to make video essays, I think I'm going to have to do what Chris is doing and start my own channel, a third channel, essentially. Because this channel is just associated with live streams or clips. So I hope you've all subscribed to his new channel.
Union shtick that they were invented by the PLO is just out. And who cares? I don't think you should just blindly love anything, fighting, but
what's up?
Really going off on Girl with Aegis. Also, by the way, Anthony is really going off on Girl with a Microphone. These two are just fighting. But this whole thing of like being like, oh, you hate America. Who cares? Who cares?
These guys are, I don't know, man. I feel so bad for Chris having to deal with this. These guys having to do live commentary on the live Twitter. Like the fight, the Twitter beef was happening like as he was streaming live. So it's like he didn't even have a second to like get an opinion or like be like, okay, well, what is going on here? It's just like thrown in the middle of the action.
I don't think you should just blindly love anything, any country. You know, you should realize that they're all a bit fake, that these histories are complex, and we shouldn't just be sat here being like, yeah, I blindly love it.
Haley, Jason Biggs' ex-wife, let me 1 second here. Let me just open that up on a tab. Where's my mouse? What do I look up? I'll just save it on the side and we'll watch it later. So I need to be done by 7. Might not have time to do the Denim stuff today.
I don't think you should just blindly...
Sorry, 1 sec. Jason Biggs' ex-wife facing marriage trouble. Okay, here we'll find we'll figure that out in a second. I have it open on the tab, so hopefully I won't forget.
There are things that I do like and about England, you know, there really are. Like, I do think England is a beautiful country in terms of its natural beauty. I think many of the people I've met growing up here are amazing. And I think places like, you know, and that's why you all like, you just have to have this kind of stuff, really politics today. Israel definitely does that, by the way. Israel has intentionally been doing this. It's intense on Reddit. Huh?
Okay, let's see.
Totally normal. The Netanyahu interview real quick and I'll show you. So Girl with a microphone posted whatever the hell this is. What totally normal
Let me.
organic top search results for Hassan on Reddit. Huh? I'm sure it means nothing. Maybe other popular searches look the same. Hassan Piker, Taylor Swift Snark, Taylor Swift Madison Square Garden. What's this? What does this mean? What's the difference? Does everyone else have a Snark? Asmongold. What?
I still don't understand what this whole tweet is about. I have no fucking idea. That's what makes the fact that I just posted her eating fried chicken so much funnier to me. It's like, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. I was just like, here you go, eating chicken. Slob.
Ethan Klein, Ethanol India. Ethan Klein doesn't actually pull up that much. Now, what could it mean? Now, Anthony responded to girl with a microphone of a photo of her doing a mukbang eating some chicken. And she said, OMG, you're such a fucking loser. And he said, go to Lebanon, shut the fuck up, slob. Now, GWAM is accusing him of being fat phobic, saying, oh, we're doing fat phobia, Anthony. Yes, I'm fat and eat on camera. You really got me.
Poor Chris, he was like talking about something important. He's talking about like corruption or like, you know, and then he's like, Anthony and GWAM, he's calling her a slob. She's accusing him of being fat phobic. It's like he went from like having a high level like discussion to like, whoa, we're doing fat phobia and like the Twitter beefs. Chris, I'm sorry for derailing the stream, man. I'm sorry, my man.
There. The point I made is totally invalid just because I'm fat. What a salient and important argument you make. Now, obviously, you know, I've been...
It's so funny when he reads it with his British accent. When he reads her tweet.
Been like before, I'm not just going to be bigoted towards someone because they're overweight. Like, I'm not. And I'm not going to just call people out. But, you know, for that, like, it's not people's fault and to each their own, you know?
Absolutely. Chris is a fucking polite king, man. Of course. And then, Chris, that's not what I was trying to do. Just to make sure.
Not going to just... invalid just because I'm fat. What a salient and important argument you make. Now, obviously, you know, I've been like before, I'm not just going to be bigoted towards someone because they're overweight. Like, I'm not. And I'm not going to just call people out. But, you know, for that, like, it's not people's fault and to each their own, you know? But...
100% agree with Chris.
Anthony's point is, like, her disgusting comments about Lebanon. La boo-boo. Hi, Chris.
The la boo-boo thing gets me every time, dude.
Thank you for the €5. He-ha-ho-41. Thank you for supporting the channel. Incredibly kind. Hi, Chris. Aren't you tired of living inside a giant pyramid scheme controlled by criminals who gaslight you into believing that they are good guys? I mean, yeah, even when I'm talking about the UK becoming more corrupt, it kind of sucks that it's already really corrupt and just shit and just awful. Just really awful. It is awful, and it is awful that you kind of have to put up with just being convinced that there are, like, good people in this. I think there are good people who try and get involved in politics, but I think, unfortunately, they get destroyed. I think Jeremy Corbyn, for everything he was, you know, I think he was a pretty good man who wanted the best of people, but unfortunately, look what happens. They get crushed. But thank you for the €5. Thank you for supporting the channel. And then he says, are you going to make fun of me for being gay next, since this is apparently 2004? And then he said, shut the fuck up and stop making go to Lebanon jokes, otherwise keep the chicken in there. Fair.
I don't know why, dude. Just the combination of shut the fuck up and just like eat the chicken. I don't know why. It's whether I'm reading someone quoting me or whether I'm hearing someone with a British accent like Chris saying it. It's just fucking killing me, dude. It's just fucking sending me. It's so absurd. This is so absurd.
And then he said, shut the fuck up and stop making go to Lebanon jokes, otherwise keep the chicken in there. Fair. I mean, like, yeah.
I'm so sorry, dude. Dude, I've like derailed the show. I've derailed their... I'm sorry, dude. Man. Dude. Is Reddit, like, angry at me? Has anyone checked Reddit? Oh, my God, dude. God, I hope no one's mad at me. Oh, my God, dude. This is so funny.
Yeah, I think, like, this thing of just... I'm not surprised Anthony is pretty angry. Like, Anthony is a guy who lives in Lebanon, and I think it's quite reasonable to be angry about comments like this and to have, like, a bad reaction, you know? Like, yeah, just outrageous.
I feel bad, man. Like, Chris and Isaac are like so classy, you know, like they never like like, you know, they do content about Ethan Klein and stuff, but it's like you'd say more elevated. Here we do roll around in the mud a little bit more. I admit, you know what I mean? And I think I'm a little bit too crass sometimes for, you know, compared to Chris and stuff. But like, hey, it is what it is. But what a sweetheart, man.
Just outrageous, frankly. Just outrageous, frankly, that they'd still make fucking jokes like that. I know, but there's just no point in, like, some people, of course, some people can't control their weight.
Politics, I see you. We got Drac in here. We got Billy Beelzebub. We got Politics. Look at all you motherfuckers over here. Look at you guys right here in Chris's chat. I see you. We got Politics, Lamal, LMFAO, Anthony. We got Drac, everybody.
And I just think as well, it's not something that I want someone to feel uncomfortable about. You know, I think I want other people to be happy, even if GWAM is a horrible person. I think there are people who follow me, who are interested, who are in what I say, who are really nice people. And I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable and say like nasty things to someone just because I can, you know, like, I've been overweight. I certainly felt better when I was less overweight. Like, I'm probably technically a bit overweight right now, and I could probably do with losing a little bit of weight. But simultaneously, you know, I'm in all right shape. But I just don't feel the need to just to pull this. But at the same time, I do think when it comes to like this is Lebanon. You know, this is like a country.
I can kind of tell he does seem kind of uncomfortable with it. You can tell. So that makes me sad. Like, it makes me sad that he feels uncomfortable with it because he seems like, I think he's interpreting it like I'm fat shaming. I think maybe. Is that how he seems to be taking it? And he's sharing his experience. Oh, what did I just do? He's sharing his experience of being overweight in the past and having struggles with his weight. So I think I've kind of made Chris feel uncomfortable here, and I haven't seen this before. Or I might have just logged on to his live stream right when he was saying that. So I do feel like I've made, and that's the risk of me going after and calling her a slob. I knew people were going to interpret it a certain way because she is overweight. And I'm not judging her for that. But I knew that me saying anything about how she acts or something could be tied back to her looks. But
and I'm not going to sit here and just like be really mad about it.
Let me just go back a little bit. Because I've interrupted it a couple times.
Say like nasty things to someone just because I can, you know, like I know, but there's just no point in, like, some people, of course, some people can't control their weight. And I just think as well, it's not something that I want someone to feel uncomfortable about. You know, I think I want other people to be happy.
Well, me too. I mean, to be fair, I want everyone who's watching me to feel comfortable, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm out there judging people about how they look or like their habits or their choices or anything like that. This was just a very specific, and I just want to say that, like, for my own, like, again, for my own, and if Chris ever gets to see this, like, this was a very specific, targeted comment at a very specific and targeted person for a very specific and targeted reason, because they said a very specific thing that really pissed me off and that I called them out for a couple of times that they completely ignored. And I just wanted to kind of make a point that that is not okay. Now, maybe my technique was a bit tasteless. I agree. It was a bit rough. I agree. It was a bit, you know, it's a bit rough, you know? It was a bit, I went all out. I kind of went all out. And I completely understand why that could make someone uncomfortable, especially someone like Chris who maybe wasn't ready to talk about this right now, doesn't want to get involved. Like, he doesn't want to feel like he has to defend GWAM in this point, but I also don't want him to have to defend me just to be like against GWAM. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I feel like what I'm saying and how I'm acting with her is completely justified. I feel like it is completely justified because I think that she has said some vile things, and she's associated with a vile show and vile people, spreading the most vile kind of fucking dangerous liberal Zionist propaganda, trying to normalize Zionism, trying to make people think that most Jewish people are Zionists, etc. So I feel bad that I think Chris interpreted it that way, or that I made him uncomfortable. Because, you know, I very much value Chris as a friend of the show. Ethan's Basement is in the chat. What's up, Ethan's Basement? EB, folks, the legend. Can you please, everybody, can you spam Nata and Maki? I think members, whoever can spam Nata and Maki, those were beautifully designed by our beautiful friend Ethan's Basement. He said her comments were disgusting, just like the H3 audience. They call themselves leftists, but only mention Palestine or Lebanon to make jokes and minimize the real danger of going near Israel. 100% Ethan's Basement. Keo J says, Anthony, we know you're a dark woke prince. You have the most reasons for it too. Here's what I'm starting to figure out, and I think this has taken me a year to figure out. I think I'm closer to dark woke than I am to regular woke, and I think that's going to turn some people off. I think I'm more of a Kyle Kalinske than I am a non-Kyle Kalinske. I think, and that sucks because I know, because Brittany Simon's my Assyrian sister, my Assyrian cousin, would not like me saying this. But deep down, I'm dark woke. deep down, I got some dark woke inside of me, and I try to fight it. Sometimes I can't fight it. Sometimes it comes out, but I am trying to fight the dark woke and just be good old woke boy. But sometimes the Sith comes out to play. Good. Now strike him with your lightsaber. Leave us. Execute Order 66.
Even if GWAM is a horrible person, I think there are people who follow me, who are interested, who are in what I say, who are really nice people, and I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable and say like nasty things to someone just because.
Yeah, guys, I swear to God, same. Those nasty things are reserved to the nastiest of people. But then if I say them to nasty people, people are going to. But if you actually think that way, then is this really a safe space? Look, I'm not gonna. You have to feel that yourself. I can't tell you this is a safe space, and then you're like, but everything you're saying is making me feel uncomfortable. So I can't tell you that. You have to go off the vibes and off of everything else that I've said for the last however long you've been watching me, and you have to make that conclusion for yourself. What kind of person do you think I am? When do I go overboard? You know, that's gonna have to be something that you guys decide. I can't tell you. I'm a good person. Fuck that. Who the fuck am I? I'm a good, humble person. You guys need to decide what I am. You guys make your own opinion about me. What I can tell you is that she fucking pissed me off. And hearing someone joke about my country when it's going through something this fucked up did not sit well with me. So I just want people to understand that.
I can, you know, like I've been overweight. I certainly felt better when I was less overweight. Like I'm probably technically a bit overweight right now, and I could probably do with losing a little bit of weight, but simultaneously, you know, I'm in all right shape, but I just don't feel the need to just
And no, Chris looks fucking fantastic. Does not need to lose an ounce of weight unless he feels like he wants to. Then who am I to comment? But like, Chris, you look fucking fantastic, my man. Buff King as well. I know the dude is swole. I know he's yoked. I know Chris Kunzler's yoked. I know he's yoked. I know Isaac is fucking yoked. Look at all these fucking people. I'm a little yoked. We've got a little bit of yoke over here. Just a tiny bit of yoke. You know? Woke and yoked.
To pull this, but at the same time, I do think when it comes to like this is Lebanon, you know? This is like a country, and I'm not going to sit here and just like be really mad about it. You know, yeah. I wouldn't feel bad. And that's the point I think I'm trying to make. I don't feel bad for her. And I think the things she's saying are repugnant. I think like, I think that I'm not going to sit here and just tell Anthony that this is like, oh my God, because like, I love burgers. Oh, I mean, Anthony's here. Anthony, thank you for the 5 gifted. Well, do not worry. I assume it's Anthony. I don't know if anyone else has...
God, I hope I didn't make you feel awkward. Like I'm spying on him as he's like talking about me. I literally just, because someone in Discord was like, Chris, I think Polish Pusher was like, I just heard Chris Kunzler talk about this on, oh, by the way, please, can someone link me? Someone on our Discord wanted a shout out for their GoFundMe. Someone in South Lebanon that desperately needs help. Can a mod share that link, please? If I try to access Discord on my laptop, it will literally blow up. Can someone please access? I just said Discord and I just remembered. So I don't want to think that I was like, so Polish Pusher was like, I just heard Chris mention this on Discord, so on YouTube. So I was like, Chris is talking about this. I hopped on YouTube and he was literally just talking about it. And I wanted to, every time I hop into Chris's stream, I do try to, just like Jim D. Dukers taught us, folks, I try to, you know, I've been so fortunate and so many of you guys are always so generous with us here and gifting memberships and contributing. So I like to try to do that when I hop on some other creator's stream. It always puts a smile on I feel like it always adds a little boost inside the chat when someone gifts something. And so I try to do my own little Jim D. Dukers, my own little Haley D, my own little DG or Hui, my own little Mithy Eve, my own little Polish Pusher, my own little Marina, and try to gift memberships because I bet it feels good when you guys gift memberships. When I gift memberships, I feel fucking good as well. It makes me fucking smile because I see the people that are happy in the chat. So I do want to try to, not that I'm like some big creator, but like I want to spend, I want to share the love a little bit, and I don't know. So I just love when I'm on someone else's stream, I try to gift as often as I can just because you guys do it to me and I really appreciate you and I want to spread that around a little bit. Make sure that everybody gets to feel a little bit of that love. So
control over the channel. Maybe the channel's gone wrong, but thank you for supporting as always, man, and good to hear from you. But yeah, like this whole thing of just, I don't know. I'm gonna be real here. Like, constantly making jokes about go to Lebanon is just awful. And like, I think this is a thing. think twice before making light of what my country is going through, you fucking slob. Like, yeah, 100%. And by the way, working as a leftist, working for people who justify what's happening in Lebanon, who justify the invasion of Iran. The invasion of Iran is... I was actually reading about Yemen today.
Exactly. GWAM is out there justifying what Israel is doing in Palestine in one way or another, justifying what they're doing in Lebanon in one way or another, justifying and supporting their war in Iran, which has also murdered thousands of people, destabilized the whole entire fucking region. Haley D says, Jim, come back. I concur. I could not concur any more with a comment than Jim, come back.
Yemen, by the way, people in Houthi-controlled areas or Ansar Allah-controlled areas are suffering really, really, really badly because the US has cut off aid because they designated them a foreign terror organization, which already means you can't work with...
Okay, so this person... Okay, so there's a person in Chris's chat. RGB or Rob. I think it's Rob. Says, Anthony has said fat-phobic remarks to people he disagrees with before. There is one person that's constantly up my ass. I think it's this fucking person, Rob. Anthony has said fat-phobic remarks to people he disagrees with. What have I said before? This person's fucking annoying.
International aid organizations, and that's been coupled with the fact of like rising fuel prices, rising cooking oil prices, cooking gas, excuse me, not cooking oil. But yeah, no one needs to defend me when someone makes light of Lebanon. I'm going to go hard. Plus, slob does not equal fat. True. Yeah. That is true. That is true. I don't think you actually specifically were like, oh, you're fat.
But again, look, he said that, but like me not specifically calling her fat does not have to excuse me. You could still think like, hey, you called her slob. That is close enough to fat, and I'm going to feel offended, or I'm going to find that insulting. I'm not gonna like overly argue with someone because I can see how someone can interpret it that way. I swear to God I can. And I was aware of that risk before I fucking said it. But it was a risk I was willing to take because I felt a certain level of offense, and I wanted to show them that this was fucking serious and that I'm willing to go personal, not by calling someone overweight or fat, but like call them like disgusting, you know? And call out something that they do that maybe someone hasn't called out before and be like, hey, this is actually quite disgusting behavior. Not just what you're saying. What you're saying is disgusting. Like, you're kind of like disgusting person in the way that you behave as well. So, but I'm not going to blame anyone for thinking that I went too far or for calling me fat. I'm not fat phobic, but like me saying it, I can say I'm not fat phobic, but it's not what I say. It's my actions and my words that determine how I am. And you guys have every right to judge me by what I say or do, my record, my tweets, everything. And whatever conclusion you guys come to, I respect, I understand. I was just insanely offended that this fucking ill-informed, fucking idiot, straight up fucking idiot content creator that fucking games and shoves copious amounts of fried chicken down her throat is even in the realm where she's even commenting about what my country is going through and taunting a creator that I like to come to Lebanon to potentially get hurt. Get the fuck out of here. I don't fucking play these games anymore, you know? And I appreciate Chris for being as understanding as he is, but I can tell this is kind of making him uncomfortable, you know? And that makes me upset, but that's okay.
I just think that photo of her eating chicken is kind of horrible, but she did create it. That photo of her eating chicken is kind of horrible, but she did create it. Love you, Chris. Thanks for the great coverage as always. Good to hear from you, Anthony. Good to hear from you. One day I will come to Lebanon. One day I will visit Lebanon. I actually really do want to.
Okay, there we go. At least we still got him. We still got him. We have to... He told me he has a relatives... One of his relatives is actually buried in Lebanon. And I have the information. I saved all the information in case, but I'm like, I'm not going to go there without Chris. It'd be weird. Like, hey, I found your relative's burial site. So I figured, you know... I might try to like, I can try to get to figure out where it is and like facilitate him getting there if he ever comes to visit Lebanon, but I'm not going to go visit it and like send, here's a picture of your relative's grave. I think that's kind of weird, but it's crazy that he has a relative buried on our lands in Lebanon. It's crazy. Chris is Lebanese, folks. Chris is one of us. Chris Cedar.
And yeah, I think you could also make that comment towards. I think you could also make that comment towards Asmongold. And Purpose of the Night is Yemen too. Of course, 100%. Also, heads up, you can gift. I actually knew that. I actually knew that. I always do it at the start.
I was telling him you can gift memberships because I didn't know. I'm like, you can gift memberships, by the way. Karachi, folks, Karachi has just gifted one Do Not Worry membership. Karachi, thank you so fucking much for the generosity. And that gifted membership just went to Richie Gecko 973. Let's fucking go, Karachi. That's fucking sweet. Very kind. Chris, yes, you are.
month as a terror kind of recently. Yeah, so the Houthis historically were designated as a foreign terror organization. They got redesignated, but the reason that the Houthis were not designated is because basically it creates so many issues for taking in aid to there. But whereas like Gaza has all of these outside mechanisms, and I guess it's difficult in Gaza, you know, as well.
See, gifted subs make people so happy. Like I understand those of you that like gift subs. I get it now. You know what I mean? Every time I gift sub, I'm like, yeah, damn, like it must have felt good for the people that got it, but like it feels good here too. Like it feels fucking nice, you know? Jesse Jean Short has been our member for 11 months. Jesse, that is way too kind. That is way too generous. Thank you for being a member for 11 months and supporting the channel. It means more than you know. Says, let Ammotino cook. We know you're deep down a good person. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jesse. Look, honestly, at this point, I don't know what the fuck I am anymore. The internet has told me so many things about me. Whether it's Twitter, whether it's occasionally Reddit in the past, YouTube comments, I've gotten all sorts of things. You're a shit person. You're a great person. You're great. I like him. I hate him. He's this, he's that. That's the internet, right? If everybody loved me, I think that would have been kind of weird, and that would have put a lot of pressure on me to be like the kind of a perfect person, and that one day I would have disappointed someone. I'm flawed, bro. I'm fucking flawed. I get angry. I lose my patience. I laugh. I cry. I say things that I regret. I say things, I forget to say things sometimes after the time I finish my streams. Like, I forgot to say this, and I forgot to say this, and I should have brought that up, and I should have brought that up. I'm very flawed. I'm a very normal fucking person. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm better than anyone. You know what I'm saying? I am all flaws. I am all me. I have so many insecurities. I am a broken person in many ways. I'm just trying to be better and trying to figure out this fucking mystery that we call life. So I'm never going to pretend to know everything and to fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying my best here. Samsung has just gifted a Do Not Worry membership. What the Samsung? Holy shit, Samsung 404. Look, thank you so much to Samsung. And that just went on to Anomaly or Anomaly. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Thank you. We got 12 new members today. Let me update that. Let me update the 12 new members today. Let me cut back to Chris so you have something to react to while I'm doing that. Take it away, Chris. Take it away, Chris.
It really is. But, like, that's why designating Hamas was dumb as fuck from the UK government. Like, you know, they designated them, and I respect that. But, like, they only designated the political wing much later on. Qassam brigades have been designated for decades, but the military wing was only designated way later. Same with Hezbollah. Like, they designated... Part of that, by the way, was trying to own Corbyn, apparently. But, yeah. My stance is this: if you dish out dirt, then you need to be able to take it dirty. Yeah, also, by the way, like, the person who employs her has said repugnant things about everyone he disagrees with. And also, this lady is horrible. I will reiterate that. She's a really unpleasant individual. She's a really unpleasant lady. Like, she's just not nice.
And I agree with Chris here. When you say horrible things, kind of, you know, all bets are off. All bets are fucking off, you know? I'm sorry. Want to make fun of my people? 1 second, folks. You know what's coming. I saw what just happened. You know what's coming. Traveling in a fried-out combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. She took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, "Do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover." Dining from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, "Do you speak my language?" He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, "Do you come from a land down under? Beaters flow and men chunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover." Cedar Down Under. Holy shit. Welcome back. Cedar Down Under. You got upgrade. You got the background music. I've been saving this for a while. Cedar Down Under, folks. 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cedar Down Under. The people have missed this. The people have been waiting. I've performed a little bit of this here and there. People have gotten a little taste, folks. We want Australian flags in the chat. We want koalas in chat. We want kangaroos in chat. Put a Barbie in the chat. Let's go. Drax says, I think if you do this enough times, you'll be given a free citizenship. I think Australia wants less Lebanese people. Do Australians want one more Lebanese person? Because I would love an Australian fucking citizenship. I would fucking enjoy the living shit out of that. Australians are fucking chill as hell, man. Just living by the beach. Warm Christmases. Ben in Bombay with the slack jaw and not much to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? Because I come from the land of plenty. And he said, do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? Oh, you better run, you better take cover. Living in the land down under. Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run. Okay, guys. God, that was fun. Shadi sends a $2 donut, says, throw some shrimp on the barbie. Let's go. Did a dingo eat your baby? Did a dingo eat your baby? That's the worst Australian. I'm sorry. Someone had told me to stop doing the Australian accent once. They're like, shut the fuck up. Your Australian accent is the worst. Yeah, Ravi says we have a huge Lebanese that we were too many of. Are there too many Lebanese people? Would you guys accept one more? If the Australians will take one more, I will. If you will have me, I will let you have me, Australians. I will gladly be an honorary Australian. Very gladly. Okay, so Chris Kunzler is done talking about my shit show. I got to update the memberships. Cedar, thank you so much for the generosity, man. That is way too kind, way too generous. We are not worthy of this. We're at 438 members, by the way, folks. 438 beautiful members. Okay. And also, here's something I have in mind. I think a lot of people that might be laughing at my comments at GWAM might not feel comfortable laughing at them publicly, but deep down, I think everybody thinks that what I said is pretty funny. I think deep down, anybody who reads like, shut the fuck up, you slob, and just shove that fried chicken down your throat, I think there's no way you can't but smile at that. Because if anything, it's a sign of someone that has just stopped giving a fuck. It is a sign of a man who's like, just fuck you. Like, straight up, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You know what I mean? You're homophobic. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You know? By the way, I bought a suit today, folks. I bought a suit. I bought a beige linen suit. I can't even close this anymore. I bought a beige linen suit. Okay, did I close everything? I might have. Yes, I did. But I think we're done, right? I think I'm done covering this. What I do want to do, I at least want to watch Denims' response to Ethan. Let's go. Let's watch Denims' response to EK. Because I think we need to, because it was fucking, we're just going to watch the short one. There's a full 2-hour stream that she did breaking down her victory. I might be down to watch that, but no time today because we got USA versus Belgium and I'm going to be watching that with the family. But I do want to give Denims, Queen Denims, her fucking flowers, man, because first of all, what a fucking awesome video she made. Such a G, starting with a cigar, trolling Ethan. What a video. What a masterpiece. What a masterpiece. Not beige. I did get it beige, folks. I got it cream colored. Cream colored. I wanted a beige suit, beige linen with a white shirt. It's going to be It's hot. It's a fucking heat wave over here. What, you want me to wear black? You want me to wear dark blue? There's a heat wave. It's a nice, clean, light colored, large colored. Wait, did they say that I'm allowed in Australia? What did you guys think? So Ravy, there can never be enough. Okay, awesome. So I take it. I take it that I am invited to be an Australian citizen. I mean, it's true. I've sang this song so many times. It should just be given to me by default. Let's stop beating around the bush. Let's stop beating around the barbie and just give me that citizenship. All right, let's watch this because I have to leave the house in a bit. Let's go Denims. Fucking W's in the chat for Queen Denims. Guys, I want crowns. Queen crowns in the chat for Lady Denims. What a troll. She can barely even smoke this fucking cigar. That's what's funny. She can barely even smoke the cigar. I don't even think it's been like chopped off properly at the front. I can't smoke cigar, but I'm not judging. This isn't coming from a guy who knows how to smoke cigars. I know nothing about cigars. I've smoked like those little cigarellos. Every time I smoke a cigar, I accidentally inhale it and like have a coughing fit for 5 minutes. I am not a cigar smoker. Sarah, thank you very much. Yeah, the fact that the U.S. I know the U.S. Having Trump bringing in that player and like reversing the red card, like even if the red card was unwarranted, you can't fucking do that. That's football, man. That's the game. How many goals that were supposed to be goals went unanswered in life? How many players got red cards that shouldn't have gotten red cards? How many offsides that didn't get counted, or how many false offsides? How many heartbreaks? There have been so many heartbreaks. You know what I'm saying? But like for the president to call and like try to get a decision reversed, like even if the United States do win this game, they're not even gonna feel good about it. Like there's gonna be a fucking dark cloud hanging out, floating over that victory forever. So if I were that player, I would refuse to get on the pitch. I would refuse. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking do this because I'm not supposed to be here. Every other fucking player in the league is going to judge me. Every other fucking team in the league is going to judge the U.S. Don't fucking do it. Right. I interrupted Denims. Let's go back. With the glasses too, like the purple glasses, the purple shirt, the purple hair.
Oh, hey there. It's your old friend, Denims. I have a lot to catch you up on, but before that, a quick message for Ethan.
Look at me. This is me. I win, you lose. And you will continue to lose, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm not done. I'll never be done. Fat L's, cringe, you lose, I win.
Before we start, let me...
How cathartic must it have felt to make this video? How cathartic must it have been after like a whole year of hearing Ethan and Hila's bullshit, the whole fucking crew laughing along and calling her a puppet or a marionette, and dumbass fucking YouTube lawyers and fucking idiots on Twitter and fucking chuds and incels? How good must it have felt to make this video? I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Let me bring in our honored guest. You might have previously known him as the Fair Use King. And let me just...
Boom! Yeah, Fair Use has a new queen. We could... Ethan and Hila were legitimately the king and queens of Fair Use, right? I mean, they won a hard-fought battle for everyone. It's completely fucked it up, completely been trumped by our new queen, Denims.
There we go, much better. At least he's still the king of something. Now, I'd like to announce as of July 1st, 2026, after almost exactly a year, I have won my lawsuit against Ethan Klein and saved React content on the internet for everyone. For anyone
by the way,
that doesn't know...
I don't know if people think that she's being like obnoxious, like sarcastic when she says saved React content for everyone. She is 100% serious when she says it, and she should be, because she legitimately did just save React content for everyone. If had Ethan won this lawsuit, it would have set a very fucking dangerous precedent. And anyone who wants to fucking sue you for reacting to a video would have had whatever precedent it would have set to use against you in a court of law. She genuinely, fully saved React content for everyone, including the people that make fun of her, the people that react to her content and shit on her all fucking day. She has just let them do their job. Without her, they would not have been able to fucking make their money by reacting to her and making fun of her. Like, that's how fucking selfless, and I genuinely mean this is a selfless fucking act, and she put herself at great fucking financial risk to fucking do this. For all of us, like, had she lost this, this could have been financially devastating because Ethan is a petty fucking piece of shit. So she is not exaggerating at all when she says that she made, that this victory is for everyone, and she did save React content. No fucking joke, and it's no exaggeration.
After almost exactly a year, I have won my lawsuit against Ethan Klein and saved React content on the internet for everyone. For anyone that doesn't know, last January, I did a stream where I reacted to Ethan's content new Kassan Piker, and even though I more than doubled the runtime, he still sued me for it. My reaction stream had more commentary than literally anyone else who reacted to the content nuke, and most of my reaction was critical of the political message in the video. If Ethan had won, or if he wins on appeal, make no mistake, every single React streamer on the internet is completely and totally boned. But Denims, it's different because my favorite internet lawyer
100%.
said that you said...
She's 100% accurate, 100% accurate.
...that you wanted to maliciously steal his video. I think now is a good time to finally dispel this talking point. I did not say or do anything to try and deprive Ethan of revenue. There are lots of different versions of this claim, like that I told people to not watch his stream or to watch my stream instead of his, or that I advertised my stream as like a place to watch the nuke, or that I told anyone else to do any of those things. But none of that happened. And yet a bunch of people became convinced that I would lose my lawsuit because of this. Like, a lot.
I'll be right back. Should I mute? This episode is already copyrighted because we already played like fucking 4 songs, right? And if this is on her video, I think it should be fine, right? Yeah.
She's cooked. I mean, I now move my percentage for Denims losing above 90%. Denims is cooked. Like, this is not going to be good.
I saw that some people are getting sued for reaction.
Yes, I love the fact that she included Emiru. I love the fact that she included Emiru. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go that she included Emiru, dude. And I reacted to this. What a fucking piece of shit, dude. This girl is a fucking chud. This girl is a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry. She's a fucking horrible human. I don't fucking like this person at all. If you're gonna steal someone's content and say that you can't do that. Fuck you. Fuck you, fucking Asmongold's best fucking friend. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, dude. Trying to look like a fucking 12-year-old, got a bunch of fucking perverts watching your shit. I don't fucking know, man.
It's people that like maliciously react. Like, they react to people they hate and they're like, watch me so that they don't get any views. Like, yeah, you can't do that.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'd call her a slob, but she doesn't look like a slob. But I'd call her a slob, you know? Idiot. Can I call her an idiot? Is that offensive? Fucking female Asmongold. Exactly. Drac. Female Asmongold.
You cannot...
She still hangs out with fucking Tectone. Yeah, isn't another one of her friends like the fucking pedophile too? Lakari or whatever the fuck his name is. And she co-hosted a podcast with like the worst fucking people on the internet. Fuck you. Genuinely, fuck you. Fuck your opinion. I definitely, like, she had, like, a horrible thing happen to her once. She was, like, attacked by that fucking fan. Hideous. Doesn't change the fact that she's a horrible fucking person. A horrible thing happened to her. She's still a horrible person. 2 things can be true at the same time. Dana Sufyanadi sends us a giant super sticker, a giant heart. Thank you so much, Dana. That's so very kind. Thank you so much for the dono. That is way too kind and sweet.
Go out there and use your content and your platform as a replacement for what they're doing and say you're doing that and advertise that you're doing that.
Gosh, like, Anomalous Lifeform, who's a member. Thanks so much, Anomalous Lifeform, for being a member. Says, Emiru reminds me a lot of my sister. My sister, for context, is a fucking moron. Well, thank you for sharing. That's fucking hilarious. I'm sure your sister's not a moron, but hey, I don't know your sister. So I'll take your word for it. Well, why am I trying to defend your sister that I don't know? I'm just too nice. I'm too charitable, even to people that I've not met. You're crazy, Anomalous. Fuck, man.
I think whatever happens with this lawsuit, I don't know what the fuck will even happen as a result of this, but either way, she's losing. I don't like watching desperation. Like all those videos of like small animals getting eaten by snakes and shit, sort of primal shit of like a human being in that scenario. Denims does deserve it, so maybe it is worth watching. About that lawsuit, honestly, I feel like they're already fucked, right? And
Asman, can I move myself now? Or something's happening. My OBS is like half frozen. Like I can't select my window and move it. It's not even like locked in place, so I should be able. There it is. What the fuck? Let me move it. Let me move it. Why are they not letting me move it? Oh, it's this one. Why are there two? Don't stop me now. And I'm having a good time. Well, you don't need to see Asmongold for this, right? Here, I'll minimize it so you can see his face.
I feel like they're basically cooked no matter what. Denims raised.
Not like that. Like that. There you go.
15K? For Ethan? That's nice of her to do that.
The lawsuit asserts that there has to be some kind of like conspiracy with the H3 snark mods, but I've never communicated with any of them in any way.
H3 Snark mods coordinated with Denims to direct H3 Snark users to Denims group viewing session of the Countdown episode and the nuke. Oh, that's right. There's still the Countdown episode, right? That he's trying to sue her for. The one that he reverse engineered and retroactively registered into the Library of Congress. The fucking Countdown where he literally said nothing of worth, where they're like, well, are you ready for the nuke? Are you ready for the nuke? What kind of transformative content do you expect for such a shitty fucking video? There's nothing transformative to be done about it, you motherfucker. Hamad.
So what exactly did I say that proves this malicious intent and involvement in this conspiracy? Well, here are the clips from his video. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
By the way, Denims, a fellow Arab sister, I always forget, was she half Egyptian or half Moroccan? But I know that Denims is at least a half Arab sister. So to our sister, يعطيك العافية وألف مبروك يا Denims. هيدا من كل القلب. You deserve it. وألف ألف مبروك. أختنا العربية. Let's go. عربي أنا.
Compelling, right? Here's the thing. I don't care how many views Ethan's video gets. It's just not something that's ever crossed my mind. So in that first clip, when I read that chat message...
Oh, Ethan withdrew the Countdown lawsuit? Egyptian, let's go. Off, dude, Egypt's playing Argentina tomorrow. Oh, that's going to be a fun day for her. Yeah, I've heard Moroccan as well. I get confused. Or was it... God, I know that Pokimane is Moroccan. She's Moroccan and Egyptian. Oh, cool. Okay. So Ethan is dropping the Countdown. Holy shit. Dude. Meanwhile, Ethan has stipulated to dismiss the Countdown thing. It just happened under an hour ago. Oh my God, dude. Holy shit. That's some breaking fucking news. Yeah, what the fuck is that thing? I'm guessing his lawyer for the first time was like, Ethan, listen, it's not worth pursuing this one. I'd love your money, Ethan. Ram Bar Nassim, your settler lawyer. I'd love to make more money off you, Ethan, but I can't guarantee you a W on this one. I think you need to cut your losses. Damn, if his lawyer told him that means shit. Ethan must be really tight financially.
I answer their question and move on. I hope you guys don't mind me not lambasting that chatter. The second clip is so plainly out of context that I don't really know what to think of it, especially considering that they also tried to use it in the filing. Let me play the full thing for you. Yeah, this is another thing. Don't go bother Hassan while he's in fucking Japan having a good time. Don't bother him about this stupid garbage. Like, I think it's bad enough to like lose a friend, especially someone where someone you really tried to like make a better person. The last thing I would want while I'm vacationing in Japan is to be fucking linked 100 times some video from a deranged ex of mine, right? If you want to watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. I don't think that needs any further explanation.
I still can't get over the thumbnail that I made, dude. Nour is gonna kill me when she sees this fucking shit. She's like, "What have you done with my work? People are gonna think I made these." She's like, "People are gonna think I am making these fucking thumbnails." At least I put a disclaimer out on Twitter. I'm like, "Listen, I made the thumbnail. My graphic designer is on vacation. Like, literally, GWAM's head is like flat, just chopped, just fucking cropped. Looks shit. Can't do better than that." But you guys, like, it's like she's eating. She's got the motion. She's got the chicken. Then she's putting it away bit by bit. It's like, ugh. It's like it moves. If you look at it, if you blink very fast, it's like 3D. It's like a 3D effect of her eating the fried chicken. Do you guys like that?
The last clip is me shilling.
She's Moroccan for sure, unsure. So she might speak French if she's Moroccan.
At the end of my stream. So, after I had just spent the past 4 hours tearing this video apart, what can I say? I thought the video was bad. Whether or not people watch his video is just not something I had thought about at all. If you want to argue about it, the viewership of my stream is totally insignificant compared to his. And nobody that listened to me criticize him for 4 hours was going to watch his video anyways, because it's a completely different experience. And I mean, that is literally what the court...
Yeah, if anything... What actually happened is people were watching other people's reactions. Like, I know people that were like, when I was reacting, they're like, "Yo, this is the third reaction that I watched." Like, I've like, everyone in the chat that had, when I was reacting to the content nuke, were like, "I've just watched Denims," or "I've watched, like, this is the fourth reaction I watched." So people were going around watching everyone else react to it, but no one wanted to watch Ethan's. That's his own failing as a creator for becoming a fucking asshole and turning away, losing his audience. Literally, he pushed away his audience. He's the one who created market replacements. And I don't mean like market replacements to re-air his content, but like people that replaced the H3 podcast in the hearts and minds of a lot of his viewers. The 500,000 subscribers that they lost, they started watching a whole other people. They're watching Chris Kunzler. They're watching Isaac Hale. They're watching us. They're watching Denims. They're watching Frogan. They're watching all these other people. You know what I mean? They're watching Bat Hasbara. They're watching Indy Nile. They're watching Brittany Simon. They're watching all these friends of the show. So Ethan did this. He created his own competition. You know what I mean? We created this whole ecosystem of like creators, and Ethan's the reason this is happening. Jason Knight says, "A fired up Anthony is my favorite Anthony." Well, Jason Knight, thank you. Sometimes it's a lot of people's least favorite Anthony. Sometimes I'm a bit too passionate. I curse too much. I've read the criticisms. I know what people think about me. I say bro too much, apparently. I curse, People don't like that. Some people don't. Some people do. I'm here for the ones that do. DG, good night. Thank you so much for being here, DG, and thanks so much for the gifted. That was so very kind and so very much appreciated. And whoever got your gifted memberships, I'm sure are very thankful. And I promise you guys, I'm going to do some fun members content for you guys this month. Even though I'm on vacation, I will find something fun, I promise. DG, thanks so much, my man.
Found. So all of that to say there isn't anything uniquely special about this case. Technically, between you and me, even if there was, intent doesn't actually matter when it comes to analyzing whether or not something is fair use. So yeah, Ethan posted this IG story saying that he would be proceeding with an appeal. And as I've stated from the very beginning, I will be fighting this lawsuit to the end. I could not have gotten this far without all of your support. And to be honest with you guys, it has been kind of expensive. So from the bottom of my heart, if you would like to help me fight this appeal to defend React content on the internet, please go to ethankleinlied.com and donate $5, $10, $20, really any amount that you're able to. Thank you again to everyone who has supported me and believed in me. And as I said before, I look forward to beating Ethan Klein in court. Besides that, I stream on Twitch Thursday through Sunday at 7 a.m. PST. I also might be doing a mass unban. So if you are one of the morons that told me I was going to lose my lawsuit, you owe me an apology. Come say hi. All right.
It's pretty nice of her, showing grace to all the assholes that were fucking trolling her. By the way, there's two things I need. Sorry, guys. Haley, if Haley's still in chat, what do I need to look about Jason Biggs and his ex-wife? What's the video? And did someone end up sharing the GoFundMe link from the Discord? Jason Biggs, ex-wife raising kids. Was that what it was about? Ooh, D'Angelo did a video about it. There we go, right? That's what she said. D'Angelo, Jason Biggs. Do I have this right? D'Angelo. How am I going to find that? Is this the right D'Angelo? Hey, I stand on shaking. I'm a mistravel. Which one is it? Did I say pray? Can anyone find that link on the Discord, or is it not clear? Did the person not share the link? Let me try to open it here. Can't quite remember just what guided me this way. May I spend unshaken onward, I miss a travel. Okay, I have the link. Copy link. How can I share it here? Because I'm on my laptop. If I paste it though, no, it's still Tino's playing. Normally when you copy stuff on your phone, copy link. Okay, let me put it on my notepad and then I can copy from the notepad. We just there's someone I want to try to help if we can. Can't quite remember. Oh, boy mom. Okay, this one.
The boy mom final boss is what many people online have done.
Okay. One moment. I need to share the GoFundMe link. Help for safety from war. This is a fundraising campaign. This is for someone called Zain in South Lebanon. Here. I'm going to share the link in the chat. Sorry, guys, one moment. I'm going to pin the link. So the person is donate to help Zain in South Lebanon. South Lebanon. Boom. I'm going to pin that link. If you guys have any dollars to spare, $1, $2, $3, $4, let us explore and let us look at this GoFundMe together really quickly. Help for safety from war. So the fundraiser is based in London, UK, because you can't start a GoFundMe from Lebanon. So that's why this is done by a British person. Story. Campaign story. The pictures of the cats are the cat and newborn kittens that Zain is looking after. They also need looking after. Okay, forgot updates. Let me see the original. So the original post is here. My friend Zain and his roommate are two queer people who are currently living near the suburbs of Beirut in Lebanon and need help so that they can move to safety. Zain is a trans man living in an area where the bombings have been increasing in severity and can be heard and felt from the building that he lives in. Because of the war on Lebanon from 2023 to 2024 and the current war, Zain and his roommate are unemployed. He needs money so he can leave the area and continue to fund rent, medical needs, transportation, food, and groceries so that they can help out his roommate and his family. Please help so that Zain, his roommate, and his family can find their way to safety. Anything helps, and the situation now is incredibly urgent. We have update 1 from Zain. That was a couple of months ago. Hey everyone, this is Zain. I thought of telling you some of the details going on the ground. Prices are skyrocketing and landlords are being scummy. That is very true. Rent prices in Lebanon have been exploding because there's been so much more demand for homes outside of the south that landlords are taking advantage of the dire situation and charging people a lot of money. Sometimes they charge them a lot of money to turn them away. They don't want to tell them like, hey, we're racist, we're Islamophobic, we don't want you here, you Muslim fucker. Or they'll charge them an exorbitant amount of money and be like, well, if you're going to stay, you're going to pay me all that money. Or they'll be like, give me $6,000 a month. They know no one can afford it, and they can turn people away that way. There's a gasoline crisis among many others. Rent tripled with impossible demands like paying upfront for 3 months to a year. That is also very correct. That's also a way for landlords to deter people that they don't want renting their homes to not rent their homes by telling them, hey, you got to pay me 3 months in advance. You have to pay me a year in advance, which is thousands of dollars in cash. So that's another way to deter people that need to move into homes urgently to not find a home. An apartment or a small place that would be $300 or $400 a month normally is now $1,000 plus. That is very accurate. I can concur. As you see, human greed and taking advantage of people doesn't stop even in war, not to mention the number of homeless people on the streets. This is for clarity. I might end up staying in the same place if I don't find something I could leave for, but at least not in the streets with more danger, even though it's even more dangerous near me. And then we got a second update. Zain has now needed to evacuate He had to evacuate quickly, leaving the food behind. He now urgently needs a place to live. The pictures of the cats and the cat and newborn kittens that Zayn is looking after, they also need looking after. So he's also looking after, oh my God, look at these precious little kitties. So Zayn, while also barely being able to look after himself, is so kind that is also looking after this beautiful orange, white and orange kitty that looks like Maki, but she's a female. Oh my God, she looks like my cookie. Why does she look like my cookie? Why does she look like my little Makuki? And look at those precious little babies. Oh my God. So, holy shit. So if anyone can spare a couple of bucks to help our friend Zayn, please do. No pressure. We'll try to talk about this fundraiser often. So I don't want this to be the only time that we talk about this. So Zayn has just joined our Discord. They're being very helpful. They're very supportive of Mohsen, etc. So if anyone can spare anything, you know, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. Whatever you guys can do. We appreciate you. We're going to keep highlighting this fundraiser, okay? The link is pinned on the live stream. So please, if you can, spare anything. If you're considering donating to the show, I should have mentioned this earlier. I'm sorry, you know. Consider maybe foregoing that dono and giving that donation to Zayn. Okay. There was also one more story that I wanted to look at, but can I make a whole live stream about that? There was the H3 fan that got called a Zionist at the mall that I kind of wanted to look at as well. Let me just open that up so that I don't forget it. Got called a Zionist at the mall or some shit. Which, I mean, this person does look like an H3 fan. Yes, Chris, I will add it to the description. I got you. Good advice, Chris. Good advice. Sage advice. Okay, we're going to do some D'Angelo. Just see what's going on there. And then I want to react to the H3 Zionist thing. Or actually, let's do the opposite. Let's do that first because we're still in H3 mode, and then we'll do D'Angelo. I can stay on to like for another like 30 minutes. We can do another 30 minutes. We can do another 30 because we're not going out anymore because there's a chance it might rain, and we're not going to take that chance because with my mom it's a bit complicated. Who's looking at my cookie? What's cookies? Okay. Boom. So this person on the H3 podcast shared this photo of herself, said, got called a Zionist in Lincoln City, Oregon. Wearing the classic color block Teddy Fresh hoodie, which I own, by the way, which I still own. I've gotten rid of a lot of my Teddy Fresh. This is one that I've not been able to get rid of. Part of me just wants to keep it as like a souvenir of like, you know, because this is like the iconic hoodie. I could be able to get rid of everything that Teddy Fresh that I have. Me holding on to this is like some weird kind of like, I don't know, like me holding on to like my past or something. I don't know what it is about me still having some of this Teddy Fresh, but I think like I needed to like, if anyone's ever down, like, you're not a fan, you're like, it's like, hey motherfucker, look at this fucking hoodie that I paid for. Even I'm on camera holding my entire Teddy Fresh in one of my older videos, but anyways. So she's like, I've been called a Zionist. So she's pretty happy about it. Yeah, Haley says she's happy. She seems very happy. Let's just read some of those comments. Literally walking on the beach and picture Teddy Fresh classic color block hoodie. I was speechless. And by the way, I'm not judging anyone's physical appearance here, but like she looks like what I imagine an H3 fan to look like at this point, right? This is the leftover H3 fan. Either they're like some weird fucking Asmongold fan, or they're these like fake liberal Zionist women that like they support like gay rights and they'll support like, you know, minorities. But then when it comes to Palestine, well, you know, I do support a Jewish ethno state. I just want self-determination for the Palestinians. It's like you can't have both. You can't want a Jewish majority ethno state where there has to be a Jewish majority. How are they going to maintain that Jewish majority? Oh, I don't know. I don't care. It's not my problem. Well, it should be your problem, lady. But you also want Palestinian self-determination. And hey, by the way, anytime anyone who says self-determination, fuck off. So, like, this is the H3 crowd now. You know what I mean? Like, this is the profile. There you go. That's what they look like. They're the ones doing the fucking watch. Oh, Ethan is so funny. Ethan went goblin mode. Like, yeah, Ethan. Anyways, enjoy your show, lady. Let's see what the responses said. I would do my best NJ impersonation and tell them you're being silly. Oh my God, that's hilarious. If they weren't so far away, that would have been epic. You're being ignorant. I've been stocking up on Teddy Fresh from fallen fans on eBay. I'm sure I'll hear that too at some point. Fuck them. I've yet to sell my Teddy Fresh, but if I were to sell my Teddy Fresh, I would fucking do something to it so that you would know that this was owned by a fallen fan. You know? Millhouse was here. Bitch boy. I've been getting tons of Teddy Fresh on Mercari. Classic pieces are super cheap, FYI. Yeah, that's not a good sign, by the way. That's not a good sign. People selling their old stuff, getting tons of cheap Teddy Fresh on Mercari, classic pieces and super cheap, etc. That ain't a good sign. Normally, these classic pieces should be going up in value because it's like a classic piece of Teddy Fresh clothing. I have like an old windbreaker, color block windbreaker of theirs. If that shit's not going up in value, you're doing it wrong. That means your brand identity is shit and people do not value your brand anymore. So don't be happy about that. You're finding this shit for free. It's not a good sign for their company. That's actually a good idea to get some of the older Teddy Fresh stuff. And by the way, the older stuff looks much nicer than the new stuff. Sending love from Portland, family. 15 more applies. Is that it? Portland viewer lost a friend who initially introduced me to H3 due to Zionism. Portland as well. First big problem with my ex was when she saw my YouTube algo. So all these people talking about like how like their friends and family stopped talking to them because of the fucking H3 podcast. That's so fucking weird. Hang in there. My wife watches with me from time to time and specifically asks about the cast when she's not up to date on stuff. There is someone out there for you. Oh my God, dude. They're like, oh, you'll find someone that loves H3. Don't worry. You'll find another Zionist. That's so sad. I'm sorry. That sucks. Thankfully, everyone I'm around isn't online enough to know what H3 is or Teddy Fresh. Only one of my new coworkers has had a slight negative reaction when she saw me listening to the pod, but she's been nothing but nice to me. So I don't think she's a snarker. Maybe just uninformed. A snarker. They think like people like in their workplace are like snarkers, dude. I don't know if she's a snarker. Portland fan meetup when? Okay, that's it. I thought there were more comments on this thing. It said 197. Where are they? New. Let's see what the newest ones. Cute hoodie. I ask for hugs from the Fupa family when I see them out in the wild. Whenever I see Teddy Fresh, I always compliment. I'm sorry you got harassed. I mean, look, obviously don't harass someone. Like, I don't agree with like, if you see someone wearing Teddy Fresh, I guess it would be tempting to be like, ugh. Like, ugh. But like, it's also like, you don't want to make someone feel uncomfortable or like, I don't know if I would say anything because I've had Teddy Fresh in the past. Like, you know, I have a lot of Teddy Fresh. I mean, people who still watch H3, people who are still wearing their Teddy Fresh, you're probably a liberal Zionist, 100%. You can't, after everything that's happened, like, there was like a year. I think if you stopped watching H3 within the first year, that's fine, right? Now, like, people that are like, well, now, like, last time, what was it? Someone, like, decided to stop watching him, like, a month ago. I can't remember what the fuck he had said. They're like, well, now he's gone too far. I'm like, now he's gone too far? All the lawsuits, that wasn't enough. Trying to deplatform all these creators, harassing Hassan, harassing iDubbbz, harassing Anissa. All of that was nothing, but, like, this last thing was enough. So, in my opinion, if you quit watching H3 after the first year, that's fine. If it's taken you more than 2 years to stop, you're a fucking Zionist piece of shit. I'm sorry. If you're okay with all that vile shit that they've been saying and doing, now you just decided to quit? Jesus. That ain't cool. Oh my God, I'm sorry, girl. In Lincoln City, do they know where they are? Aside from some of the bigger cities, most of Oregon is super racist and they're very proud of it. Last time I drove to Lincoln City, there were Trump signs and flags everywhere. Trump is an actual Zionist. Why not go after those people? Nebula Rumor says, I have a friend that found out I liked H3. I said that I supported Ethan's messages about Palestine and him pointing out Hassan's hypocrisies regarding his performative stance on Palestine. Performative, again, because he hasn't been to Gaza, it's performative, right, motherfuckers? My friend then said, yeah, H3 has some fucked up opinions and are Zionist. I said, is there something Ethan Ela have said that I missed about being anti-Palestine? Then they had nothing to say to prove Ethan were actually anti-Palestine, but still insisted they are bad people. Your friend is just a fucking idiot. Ask me that question. I'll give you 30 fucking examples. 100 examples. I've made videos and live streams about them. Many. So, you know, Zionist is a slur now, and I'm so tired of it. Saw this pic on a meme page today. I wear my titty fresh confidently. Lamau, I wish one of these weirdos would say some snarky shit in public. I'm actually wearing a Blue Classics tee right now. Why, are you going to fucking hit him? As a fellow Oregonian that frequents Lincoln City, this makes me incredibly sad. Sorry you had to go through that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you had to go through that traumatic. I mean, look, it must have been maybe a little, like, unnerving, you know? But someone telling you what you are to your face should not be that disappointing. You should know if you are rocking Teddy Fresh while still watching H3 podcast and defending that show in any way, shape, or form, you're a Zionist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's not a fucking slur. I agree with Miku's headphones. It ain't no fucking slur, you know? It's an anti-Jewish slur. It's not, you fucking idiot. Half the Zionists that I curse all the time aren't even Jewish. Good for you for wearing it. I thought about getting a Teddy Fresh watch recently when I saw a good deal on it, but I just didn't even want to deal with any potential backlash judgments. That's great. They would love to hear that. Show this to Ethan and Hila, by the way. Like, listen, like, you see, this is how much shit Ethan and Hila have caused to their own fucking brand and their own fucking companies. This is a person, this is a fan of H3 that would love to support them and buy a watch, but they're just afraid to support them because they don't want to get shit in the street because of what the hosts of that show fucking say. Even people that want to buy Teddy Fresh don't want to fucking aren't buying Teddy Fresh. I wish there was a way to see the sales figures for that brand. It probably fucking took a nosedive, bro. A massive fucking nosedive. And let's not even talk about Teddy Glow. Teddy Glow, they launched that once their brand was fucking dying. They launched Teddy Glow in the midst of the H3 crash out. Like, what a horrible decision. What a horrible idea. To fucking shoot yourselves in the foot like that. To willingly nuke your own reputation and double down and keep doubling down and hiring fucking idiots like GWAM who shove fried chicken down their fucking throats. That are also fucking Zionists. You're not helping your cause. Sorry, I had to. I created Oregon H3 to try to plan a fan meetup. My girlfriend and I are hoping to meet some family and make some friends. Why can't these people calling you ugly post a picture of themselves? Like, not a single public post. Who's calling her ugly? No one should be calling this person ugly. My 65-year-old mother wears Teddy Fresh all the time and loves it. I'm devastated just thinking of the day someone will say something like that to her. She's the sweetest person I've ever known, and I don't think she'd know what that fully means. I mean, yeah, look, if she's just wearing a fucking sweater and doesn't know what the fuck it stands for. But at this point, Teddy Fresh represents the owners of the company. The owners of the company are liberal Zionists. But anyways. Let's learn about D'Angelo and Jason Biggs.
The boy mom final boss is what many people online have dubbed Jenny Mollen, a writer, actor, serial podcast guest who has kind of set the internet ablaze with a series of...
So she's Jason Biggs' ex-wife? Twisted Rage X says, much love to chat. And Anthony, first time I've been able to catch a stream in a minute. Twisted, we've missed you. Thanks so much for being here. And thank you so much for being a member. We very much appreciate you.
Increasingly disturbing interactions with her child, unfortunately. So I'm here to sort of dive into that, look into her explanations, or dare I say excuses for this, and why she thinks it's a good idea to keep doubling down on all of this. I realize right off the bat that the vast majority of people watching this have literally no idea who Jenny Mollen is. Don't worry, I've got you. She's the worst person ever. This would be Jenny, and as you can see, when I say serial podcast guest, I'm being for real, bro. She cannot stop going on people's podcasts and oversharing about literally any and everything. It's kind of her brand at this point. She has other parts of her brand, for example, being a pro-Israel, pro-IDF Zionist. I'm literally talking about friends of the Israeli Defense Force showing up to fundraisers and speaking. This isn't me just going off of vibes. It's literally Jenny Mollen appearing at FIDF fundraising event. Also part of like this Zioness group, which I didn't even notice until I saw a picture.
Wait, what? Sorry, I gotta look up. I just want to make sure that this is, am I watching the right video? Jason Biggs' ex-wife? Jenny Mollen? Okay.
Picture of her in an article about the weird things she did with her kid. In the background, it said Zionist Action Fund, progressive, pro-Israel. And I was like, I'm just mentioning.
This is Jason Biggs' ex-wife? She's like that openly pro-Israel?
all of that, because even though it doesn't directly pertain to our story, I would like to paint a full picture of what we're dealing with here today. Her ex-husband was apparently the guy in American Pie. The divorce in this case, I usually don't get into this.
Split after 8. Jason Biggs and wife Jenny Mullen split after 18 years of marriage, remain on great terms. If he remains on great terms with that person, okay. No, I don't want to block D'Angelo. Why is this not? I can't, guys. I'm so sorry. I can't move my fucking thing.
Sort of relationship drama. It is kind of relevant because it's going to come back up later. Jason Biggs and wife Jenny Mullen split after 18 years of marriage, remain on quote great terms. A rep for the two tells people the pair are focused on co-parenting their 2 sons who are currently 8 and 12. Please keep that in mind. Any and everything you're going to hear this woman say about her kids, she is talking about a 12-year-old, if not an 8-year-old. So I'm already like wringing my hands out of distress. Unlike most of the people that I talk about who
Holy shit, I'm just seeing this on the side. Obsession star Indy Navarrete confirms that she's having conversations with Marvel. Good for her, honestly. What a fucking breakout star in Obsession. She fucking deserves every big role thrown her way, man. And she probably got paid peanuts to be in that fucking movie. So get that bag, girl. Get that Marvel money. Get that Marvel paycheck before the company fucking implodes. Let's fucking go. Look at that right here. If you guys are wondering, well, what is he talking about? Right here. Obsession star Indy Navarrete confirms she's talking to Marvel. Let's fucking go.
Felt tangentially aware of. I quite literally have never heard of this person. I kept looking at like her various projects. I guess she wrote a book in 2014 called I Like You Just the Way I Am. It doesn't really have the greatest reviews. This is a 1, 3, a 2, a 1. You're gonna see things right here like she's kind of a horrible person. She's not as funny as she says she is. Throw in a healthy dose of selfishness bordering on narcissism and I'm not interested. It appears to just be an essay collection about how bad of a person she is, but she's funny, so I guess that turned into a publishing deal? Question mark. Apparently, this was fully turned into a show at one point, but I swear to God, there was no trace of this online. ABC acquires Jenny Mullen project way back in 2016. It's a single camera comedy chronicling the misadventures of a woman who, quote, fully indulges her inner crazy person, leads her life acting on impulse, and refuses to acknowledge boundaries in any form. And I promise you, this is all relevant information as you're going to see. But yeah, I guess at one point, this 4-episode series was available to watch on ABC and is now just vanished into the ether. So there you go. And then the only other thing I was able to find was like a follow-up book, Live Fast, Die Hot by Jenny Mullen, similarly mixed reviews. And I guess apparently this one got to the point where Anne Hathaway had signed on for this. And if you're thinking, wow, I totally missed that Anne Hathaway movie, I see I wrote down in my outline, even though this isn't very funny. Live Fast, Die Hot, never lived at all. Anne Hathaway starring an adaptation of Jenny Mullen's novel. This I don't think is happening because this article was written just about 10 years ago. So I guess Jenny Mullen kept almost happening, but never did. And maybe that was for the best. But despite all of this, like some sort of dark entity, she has been trying to burst onto all of our public consciousness by appearing in a series of these weird oversharing related controversies. For example, the airplane lice incident. I, again, missed this one. 2024. Jenny Mullen called disgusting after boarding a flight while she had...
I did see that. I remember, I didn't know she was Jason Biggs' wife, but I do remember a lady talking about having lice on a plane. I saw that on Twitter.
Head lice infestation, which even as somebody without hair, my eyes just cannot be any whiter right now. I will say, according to her, she didn't know this was happening. She actually thought her head was itchy for a different reason. I guess that just doesn't change the fact that like sharing all of this is
Oh my God.
I remember I told you last week that I said that my head was itching. I have lice.
But that little plastic bag is not going to do nothing for a lice infestation when your hair is still outside of it. But anyways, moving on from that. While I was looking into all of this against my will, somebody was like, that's gross. Who the hell is Jenny Mullen? Never mind. I don't care. And somebody said, I didn't know who she was until it was in the news a couple years ago about her dropping their baby on his head, causing him to go to the ICU. And I was like, what?
Oh my God, dude. Oh, what a horrible person.
Actress says she accidentally dropped her son on his head, sending him to the ICU. Instead of getting into discourse about this, I bring this all up to say, one of these days, something was bound to go properly viral because she just seems determined that anytime anything happens ever, we all have to find out about it. This is a part where I would like to give a trigger warning for, I don't know what, creepy parenting. I just want you to know that this weird sort of emotionally incestuous vibe has unfortunately been going on with her and her kids for a while. I'm specifically referring to this Facebook post. She posts her kids online all the time. I guess at least has the decency to cover their faces. But what good is that when you're posting it with captions like edible complex, but make it fashion? And if you don't know what that's referring to, it would obviously be like the myth of Oedipus, who against his will basically killed his father and then married his mother. You're never ever going to convince me that this is normal in any way, shape, or form to joke about.
She's making Oedipus Rex references. I'm like, is that what she means? We had to read Oedipus Rex and fucking IB. I had to read Oedipus Rex in English. That's what she's talking about? Haley, how did you find this?
This sadly was just the latest in an escalating line of her being really, really weird about her sons. So she published last month this Substack article called Please Stay, I Want You, I Need You, Oh God, which is referencing a song lyric, but in this case, she's using it to talk about her 12-year-old. Call me old-fashioned, but I only want my sons to marry women with dead mothers. It's my only shot at staying relevant, of seeming use.
What? I only want my sons to marry women with dead mothers. It's my only shot at staying relevant.
And of winning by comparison. Having boys is a mind F. It builds you up only to tear you apart. This seems like a great time for me to interject and say,
it's crazy when I see other creators like refuse to curse if the word fuck comes up. They're like, well, it's a mind F just because they're so careful about like their monetization and not getting videos taken down or age restricted. And I'm out here like saying the most fucking crazy shit. Oh my! I need to clean my potty mouth because I know it turns a lot of viewers off. I know it does. I know it does. I know it does, but I get passionate, man.
I am not a mother. I have one of them. Super, super stoked about that. Grateful. But I'm not going to pretend to know the intricacies at all of motherhood. I just think this is weird as hell. I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I have a job, a dog, and 12 to 15 things I'm considering buying off the real at all times. But none of that seems to matter because as a mother of sons, the red pill and the blue pill both lead to the same place. Oblivion. Not long ago, read last week, I couldn't even go to the bathroom without my kids following. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I was so bad about that as a kid that my mom literally had to ban us from the bathroom. So like, I kind of understand what she's talking about there. But oh my God, she's about to make it so...
Dude, why am I getting Mayim Bialik vibes? Like, are her kids like my kids have to come with me to the bathroom? Are they like 19 and 20 as well? Like, are they massive old ass fucking kids? Like, what about my kids? What if my kids had heard that? They're only 34 and 36. What if they heard that? They can't go to the bathroom alone. I need to chaperone them.
Weird. They still need me to fall asleep, go to school, interpret the world, cut it up into small digestible bites and spoon feed it to them before 7:15 a.m. each morning. We have a shorthand, a longhand, and a second language that my husband luckily doesn't understand. But these baby remoras, these emotional vampires, the most emotionally high maintenance men I've ever dated, are growing up, and eventually I will lose them.
She's saying that she's dating her kids?
And this is the part where we all start screaming. As much as there is to be said about, hey, it's great actually that people can speak up about their lived experiences. Hey, raising kids ain't easy, and sometimes I do feel like I've completely given my life over to this person. If it is manifesting as you using the same language about you dating your children, you need to reel it in. This is actually so disturbing. When I was young, I was every mother's nightmare. I've never been broken up with. I've never been into someone who wasn't just slightly more into me. But now, karma is going to make me pay in spades. By the way, if you're like listening to me read this and you think to yourself, D'Angelo, this is satire, and you're falling for it, it's really not. I thought the same thing. I was like, this is parody about a certain kind of person, but it's not. I'll be the lonely old woman wandering the Grove on Fairfax, waiting for my 5 p.m. table for one at the effing Marmalade Cafe. Or maybe have a life outside of your kids once they're grown. What? Several months ago, my eldest, who is 12, was texting with a girl. She was 12, but I could already tell my brand of toxic. I'm trying to read this more than one sentence at a time. You're talking about a 12-year-old girl. You're talking about a child. You're 47. What are we doing here? She was bossing him around and using big words, and he was utterly spun. I complained to Jason that I wanted to intervene before he got hurt, and that she wasn't even hotter than me. But Jason insisted I let him make his own mistakes, and objectively, he's right. But as a mother, you want to shield and protect, and
she's hot. Why is she talking about a 12-year-old girl being hotter than her? What the whole language is disturbing here. This is so fucked up, dude.
Fiercely defend the thing. Okay, no, I tried to move past the part where she said this 12-year-old girl wasn't even hotter than her. Obviously, this is like intended to be a joke, but like, I don't think that makes it even 1% less disturbing than it is, dude. There's so much anticipatory grief wrapped into motherhood. It will trigger even the most well-adjusted of women. But the abandonment we eventually endure as boy moms, is uniquely cruel because it begins as worship. They arrive obsessed, dependent, adoring. They think we're magic. We think we're magic. We spend years being the center of their emotional world only to slowly watch them build one without us. If we do our job correctly, they leave. That's the sort of evolution of all things. And maybe that's a harder pill to swallow. Maybe the tragedy of sons is also the gift. The temporary delusion that you can be all things to another person, that there's still no competition for their love, no caveats to their devotion. Today, there's still little, like at least you recognize that. They still crawl into my sweaters and into my sheets. They still need me to open milk cartons and operate on invisible injuries. I'm still in it, but also somehow outside of it, fully aware I'm living through the longest goodbye of my life. I pray at least that one of them is gay. Oh, that's not... Okay.
Oh my God, dude.
The funniest thing about that is that that's actually homophobic, because without realizing you are literally indicating that were one of your sons to be in a relationship with the man of his dreams, this actually wouldn't be as valid as if it was with a woman, but that's okay. That's not...
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's such a good point.
Really necessary for me to point out. I just can't help myself. It's June. I'm here to be annoying. My brethren in Christ. No, Christ is off the chat, honestly. I don't know what any of this was or why she felt the need to publish it, but did the journal factory explode? Must this be a Substack post? Did this not sound like something that maybe you could have worked out in therapy? I don't know. Regardless, why is it now my problem? You're gonna notice that she has a really...
Theater Down Under says, nah, someone put her in lockdown with the comments. Yeah, dude, this person needs to be put away.
really bad habit of like doubling down on things whenever she's going to have any sort of negative feedback or attention. She followed it up with this.
But this is such a good find, Haley. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Like, I feel like this, I maybe should have given this like a whole stream or like read this whole article. What a fucking, that's fucking sick, dude.
Pair of photos of her and her kid. The caption, I can't. So it's her and her 12-year-old. Captioned, your eldest son will be the most toxic man you ever date. Let's address the obvious. Like hugging
your eldest son will be the most toxic man you ever... Jenny Mollen, your eldest son will be the most toxic man you ever date. This was the original caption and I stand by it. Jenny removed the caption for this post. It originally had... You can now add community notes on Instagram?
Captioned, your eldest son will be the most toxic man you ever date. Let's address the obvious. Like, hugging your kids isn't weird in the slightest, but posting these specific images of you literally between your kids' legs in bed talking about dating toxic men is almost objectively horrifying. I just can't imagine.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, CPS. Fucking CPS. I did CPS for Jenny Mollen. Jenny Mollen. If CPS gets called on you, you can blame... Actually, you can... D'Angelo did CPS. This is some CPS shit right there. This is some CPS shit right there, folks. Jenny Mollen, you can't have kids. I'm sorry. They need to be with their dad, Jason Biggs, star of American Pie.
A weirder way of possibly going about this. And there it was. Finally, after years and years of the headlines, the exposing every intimate detail about my family, this was what it took for Jenny Mollen to wind up in headlines, because everybody who saw this had very strong opinions about it. And count me in, coach. Hugging your kids, healthy and encouraged. Calling your child your boyfriend and posting photos of you lying between their legs on a bed, not healthy or encouraged. Your child is not your boyfriend. A boyfriend is a romantic partner. My son is almost 12 and is very attached and snuggly, but girl, this is weird. This will be on the internet forever. Think about how your son will feel about this in a few years. Parents
what an idiot, man. Yeah, some people should not have social media. They're gonna ruin their kids' lives, like the Kleins and their kids, dude. All this shit that Ethan and Eli are doing is gonna live online, and they're gonna be fucking ridiculed eventually.
Like this, never think about this. There's a fine line to like embarrassing your kids. I don't have kids, but I will speak about my own siblings. I'm not gonna lie, like not talking about warped, twisted stuff like this. Every now and then it is funny to just embarrass them a little bit, but it's always things that could be immediately recovered from and that they ultimately have the ability to retract. I would not take something private and spread it to the entire internet without their consent. So I just feel like there's a level between being weird about your kids, which every parent is, I'm not gonna lie, and this, which I would never expect out of anybody, dude. This is a level beyond the beyond. I feel like she kind of reacted by freaking out a little bit because she deleted her Facebook. This was also posted there right after the backlash was pouring in. There's nothing to be seen. But then I don't know what emboldened her, or she just kind of sat with her feelings and was like, no, actually, I was right.
Drax says, I feel unclean. I think we all feel unclean right now. What a story. I think I have to cut the stream a little short just because I got to eat and I'm going to watch the game with my family. But I want to finish this. I want to finish this. This is such a great find. Holy shit. I have
so she started to...
Haley, I'm sorry I doubted the story. Or like didn't watch it super fast. Wait, most replayed. What's going on here?
Her sister-in-law supported Mollen in her Instagram stories and defended her as a mother simply hugging her son. As a teacher, I can tell you this. It's totally normal, she said, of showing affection to your little ones. And if your child isn't doing that, then I'm sorry they're not able to show affection. Oh, okay. Wow. If you were a parent and you got icked out by these photos that I've just shown you, and jaw-dropping, a photo of me...
Wait. Let me see. What did she say? It's because like I'm getting separated because I'm not protected by the institution of marriage. I'm suddenly like a different kind of target when I'm posting. Like this is absolutely jaw-dropping. A photo of me hugging my 12-year-old child is getting ridiculed. She shared on Instagram stories.
Marriage. I'm suddenly a different kind of target in what I'm posting. Like this is absolutely jaw-dropping. A photo of me hugging my 12-year-old child is getting ridiculed. Her sister-in-law supported Mollen in her Instagram stories and defended her as a mother simply hugging her son. As a teacher, I can tell you this. It's totally normal, she said, of showing affection to your little ones. And if your child isn't doing that, then I'm sorry they're not able to show affection. Oh, okay. Wow. If you were a parent and you got icked out by these photos that I've just shown you and start thinking about your own kids and how you would never do that, I guess apparently it's just your kids are not as affectionate as hers. So really who's winning now, I guess. And any parent knows that what you see in that photo is not going to last long because my nephew is not going to be doing that much longer. Why would I not milk it? Mollen added.
Insane. Folks, we got to end the stream here. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours on this. What's today? Monday, July 6th. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who supported today. You guys were incredible today. You guys were so fun. The chat was fucking popping. Loved seeing everybody here. Let me say a special thank you to everybody who donated or sent in super chats. Hope I didn't miss anyone. With Dana Sufyan Ali, Shadi21, Cedar Down Under, Samsung, Karachi 7667, Chris, Marina, Andrea Joan, DG or Hui, E. Watson. You guys were incredible. You guys were so kind, so generous. I very much appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here today with me for these 3 hours. I'm going to work on another stream for this week. I might tomorrow. I got to get a haircut. There's so much that I got to do. And with the time difference here, like I'm having a stream earlier here, but it's like later in Lebanon. I'm trying to figure out the schedule still. I'm sorry it's all over the place. Like it's going to be hard for me to get a schedule here because I got like shit to do in the morning. So it's hard. And like I'm trying to like prep and like I'm waking up, I'm going to the gym. Then I have to prep the show and stream earlier than I ever stream. Normally in Lebanon, I stream no earlier than 5 p.m. Here I'm streaming by like 1 p.m., sometimes 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Eastern. So it's much earlier than I'm normally used to. So I'm having to squeeze in a lot of things in the morning. So I just can't guarantee when I'm going to be streaming, what time, but I'm going to be streaming a lot. You know, it's a vacation, but not really, you know, always working. Sorry if this was a bit, you know, more, we talked about some sensitive topics. Okay. And again, if I've upset or offended anyone in my audience, I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable here. You know, my comments for GWAM are reserved for GWAM. I'm not really, you know, I hope you guys get where I'm coming from. And I know you do. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Love y'all. It was a great stream. I will see y'all very soon. And as always, folks, do not worry.